Today, we preview 25-26 Ultimate Collection that drops this week. Can fantasy rankings predict the biggest rookie chases? A hockey card wins a major award. A Christmas Story reference there. And a whole lot more. Welcome back to episode 413 of the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, presented by our good friends at Upper Deck.
Josh! Loud collector, Phil! Loud collector, Phil! Baba Louie, Baba Louie! Baba Louie, Baba Louie!
And California Dave! And California Dave!
California Dave!
Welcome to the Gong Show.
Hello, happy family. Welcome back to the Gong Show. Happy Monday, everybody. Hope your summer is going well. Hello, Philip. Hello, David. Hello, Baba Louie.
Too hot.
Hello.
Yeah, it's a little bit better today. But we're recording early on Sunday, a big birthday party here for the 18th birthday of my sweet baby Ava. All my children are adults, which is weird.
Rent is
Actually,
Are they adults?
Yeah. Technically,
Yeah, by the number alone.
we don't have like any minor children now amongst all of us, right?
Nope.
God, we're old.
We're old, man.
Baby
Yeah.
Chandler. I guess we're grandparents to his kids. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Somebody
he's
thought
cranky.
I was Marco's dad.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well,
so
that's kind of
funny.
funny.
Yeah. Okay. So got that going on today. We'll have 1 million people at our house, but it'll be a good time. Now I don't know how far we want to go into this, but we're supposed to start recording like 20 minutes ago, and then Dave started talking about his big PSA grade reveal. I'm just going to turn it over to you and let you, because I think it's worthy of bringing it up.
Well, we are going to make a game of this, so
Okay.
I can't go into too much detail.
Teaser.
So you'll have to join us for Friday Nights with Phil this next Friday because it's going to be fun. But I got this great idea when Josh, I don't know, a year or so ago, talked about how, what was it, 25-26 Series 2 went on, was the boxes, no, 24-25, whatever Celebrini's rookie years.
Yeah.
When those hobby boxes were really cheap on e-Pack compared to, hobby boxes. And so, everyone went out and bought cases and it sold out in 3 days. And I was one of the people who went and bought a case on e-Pack, and I was very excited.
Are you trying to angle this to where this is going to be my fault now? Is
Yes,
that where
yes,
we're
I am.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
I am. Just so you know where the blame falls.
Of course.
So I went and bought a case, and I'm like, I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to keep track. I'm going to keep track of all my expenses, and I'm going to see if you can actually make money.
Oh, God.
Well, we'll just say I opened the case. I sent all the big cards off for grading. And of course, you don't get a chance to look at them. They're, it's just a stock photo image. And I sent them all off for grading. And we'll just say the grading came back and I now have them in hand. It did not go as planned. And we'll just say I definitely did not make any money.
Well, okay, without giving things away, is it fair to say when you said you sent all the big cards, for some of the cards you revealed, I think big is a very questionable description.
Okay. So this is kind of my go-to. If you can cover the cost, your grading cost with a PSA 9, I will send it in for grading. So
How'd that work out?
some of the young guns that I graded, the PSA 9s at the time were going for $25. Unfortunately, some of those young guns are now not going for $25 as a PSA 9. And we'll just say I was far from getting a PSA 9 on some of those cards. So
You might want to go back to the drawing board on your strategy there.
yeah, the strategy had some major flaws. And
Well,
yeah.
Well,
But
So there's a
time
big
sensitive.
fun teaser. It sounds like it's Friday night's going to be a blast. So
it should be fun. So.
stay tuned for that. Speaking of fun, we had a good time last night on the Gongshow YouTube channel, breaking. I made Marco a breaking helmet. I was worried for his safety. And wanted to make sure that, I mean, we're a professional operation. People get hurt, then you get sued, and we got to take all necessary precautions. So he was a good sport about it. I'm not his dad, by the way.
Who thought someone in the chat?
Someone in the chat. Yeah.
Nepotism. That's probably.
And it does get weird, but hey, we're a gong show after all. This week is a huge week, of course. Dave already has the shakes because it's ultimate release week, and he's got visions of shields dancing in his head, just filling his dreams at night. 25, 26 ultimate.
One in particular, Shield.
Yeah, are you sad about that? Or because I'd kind of be, I wouldn't vote for any more.
What? What are you talking about?
There
Luke
is a
Robitaille.
Luke Robitaille Shield.
Oh, so that's what you want.
There hasn't been a Luke Robitaille Shield. I don't even know how many are out there. But no, I'm not sad about it. Especially if somehow, some way, it could end up in my lap.
In your
I think
grubby hands.
Grant will be fighting me on that, so I'll have to
Oh,
battle. him.
please kick him out of the way. Why would Grant fight you for what? Because he's got to have all the shields.
Because he sold me one of his that he didn't want to sell, and so
You just said there was no Robitaille shields.
there's not very many. There are.
It's an
some,
update.
but
It's an update.
yeah, it's an update from last.
I don't even
year.
know what that means. It's an update.
Well, it was from a
previous year.
previous year, and then it never got into that product.
Yeah.
And then because the athlete didn't return the auto, and then they finally sent it back in, and they include it in the next release, as opposed to redoing redemptions. Is that
What year is it updated from?
I'm not sure.
I don't know the old like Patrick Kane. I mean, we're kind of like teasing our preview coming out later in the show. I think he has shield updates from like 4 years in a row.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's going to be a big flood of Patrick Kane shields into the marketplace. So yeah, we'll have our breaks posted Wednesday for Saturday night. We'll have case breaks up. Very much looking forward to that. So you can grab your spots at gongshowbreaks.com. Well, we've already talked about this Friday nights with Phil. What happened on last Friday night? So for
Oh, it was
people that
great.
haven't caught it.
We had a super fun time. It was an absolute blast. Didn't we have fun, Dave? We played a great game, a very patriotic game that Dave did horrible at. I picked all, yeah, I know. I picked all American players, and Dave didn't get. How many did you get, Dave? 2?
I got
or
the
one?
first two. I got Madonna and Chelios, and then it went downhill real fast.
Oh,
That's
so your
okay.
confidence was riding real high out of the gate.
No, he told me he was going to throw me a few softballs right off the beginning, and so those are easy. And then we got into even a couple of names where I'm like, I don't even know
Well,
who that
Kevin
is.
Hatcher. Dave's like, how am I supposed to know that? I'm like, I don't know. It's Kevin Hatcher.
Well, I know who Kevin Hatcher is. I just, it's been a while.
Yeah,
since
he's
I've
not
seen
the
his
most
face.
recognizable face. Yeah, and I never mean to do you dirty. I just think it's funny. It was funny because it's
No,
part
it
of
is funny.
usually. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
we had the bonus. Dave, you got the bonus question almost right. Jim Jenkins.
Yes, yeah, I had
You
the.
almost got Jim. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Pavel Bure. So they were all American players. I removed the name from their hockey card, and Dave had to guess who the player was. The bonus question was a Russian. You might know him. His name's Pavel Bure. And the second bonus question was Jim Jenkins, famous American legend, Miracle on
Yeah.
Ice, the whole bit.
Wayne Gretzky on steroids?
Eat your heart out, Mike Eurozone. Yeah.
I think our mission in life should be to get Dave on an episode of Jeopardy.
Oh my
jeez.
gosh!
Just stand there.
It's funny. I've watched Jeopardy like several times, and my goal of Jeopardy is to get one question right for the entire episode.
Oh, stop
I'm not
it.
joking. I'm not joking.
You've never gotten a Jeopardy question right.
No, what I'm saying is my goal is to get I'm always like, okay, I got one right, and the whole episode, I'm good.
You want to be
I'm
a real contestant.
No, I would, just like Louis said, I would just stand there with my button.
If we ever play like Trivial Pursuit at the cabin, nobody's going to want Dave on their team.
No, I played it. It's not good.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
not
good
good
at
at
Trivial Pursuit. I am so bad.
I
I
love those
hated that
games.
when I went to my parents' friends' houses and they're like, "Oh, we have Trivial Pursuit for the kids." Lady, I don't know who died on what ship from the 1700s going from
No.
France to Monaco. Like, I don't know. I hated the old Trivial
Daryl
Pursuit in the
Halabaster,
80s.
Phil. It's an
Oh,
easy
it was
one.
nuts. crazy. Finally, they came out the kids edition. Finally.
Can't
Either
even
Mr.
get
Dress
that.
Up or Mr. Rogers.
Yeah,
I can't even play that one.
Yeah, it would be bad. Terrible.
All right. Big show. Before we get started, though, a reminder that our show, this show, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast, we are a Patreon podcast. It means we do rely on the support of the good listener, good watcher like yourself to help us cover show expenses, produce what we hope to be more and better hockey card content, and then fund initiatives, even in a small way, to grow the hobby. You can join our Discord, support us, be part of the crew, the gang, the TLBG, if you so choose. It's very easy to do. Costs as little as $5 a month. You get the Future Watch Gonger title. Just go to our website, hockeycardsgongshow.com, click on the Become a Patron link at the top of the page, or go to Patreon directly, patreon.com. Search for us. We are The Gong Show. Link in the show description, both YouTube and podcast apps. We have one new patron since our last show, M. Woodhouse.
Oh, welcome.
Good for campfires.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good. You gonna read the game plan too?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
You
I'll
took
tell
Louis' job.
Yeah,
You read
geez.
his Patreon name.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I forgot about that. I was on a roll.
You
All right,
did a
Louis.
great
I
job.
was dialed in. Don't stop me.
He was on a
Don't
fucking roll.
stop
He's
me
on a sugar
now.
rush. He's on a sugar rush at a candy bar.
Good God. He's all nervous about this afternoon.
I would be too. Yeah.
Oh, your baby girl? Well, she's an adult now. It's her problem.
All
I
right.
don't think so. I don't think that's how it works.
Yeah, senior pictures on Tuesdays. We have to go buy $4,000 worth of clothes too. This is great.
Sure.
Life is grand.
In the age of AI, please
Right.
put on all chroma green, and then you
Make
can
me a
just change it.
spacesuit.
Yeah, change it for whatever
Exactly.
you want for the rest of her life.
Well, before this party starts, we're going to start off this show with Get to Know Your Hall of Famers. Then we'll get into the Weekly 7. After that, it's Hobby News. Following that, for Dave, 2025
Yeah.
Ultimate Collection Preview.
Yeah, baby.
Then it's the Gongshow Mailbag. And we'll finish up with some personal pickups.
Thank you, Baba Louie. Let's kick off this Gong Show with the Get to Know Your Hall of Famer series. It's where we're on a mission from the hockey gods to profile every single Hockey Hall of Fame player. We started with the first class of 1945 and have since been working our way to the present day. I think we're still in 1980, if memory serves me correct. The last player in the class of 1980, and it's another goalie. Had a lot of goalies lately, I feel like, in Get to Know Your Hall of Famers. But today's athlete is Harry Lumley. Anyone?
No,
Yeah, okay.
I don't know who that is.
but I'm excited to learn about him.
Harry Lumley lived from 1926 until passing away at the age of 71 in 1998. He was born in Owen Sound, Ontario, passed away in London, Ontario. Lumley was a goalie, as we mentioned, played hockey at 6 foot, 195 pounds, and in a playing career that lasted from 1943 until 1961. Lumley played for numerous teams, many or all of Louis' favorites, the Red Wings of Detroit, New York Rangers, Chicago Blackhawks, Toronto Maple Leafs, and Boston Bruins. Pretty much every team.
Yeah, no kidding. It's only missing one.
Yeah, basically. In 803 career NHL games, Lumley posted a record of 330, 329, and 142. So by one game, eked out a winning record and posted a 2.76 goals against average. In 76 career playoff games, he had a record of 29 and 47. Named a first All-Star team selection in 1954 and 1955. Played in 3 All-Star games. Won the Vezina Trophy in 1954. Was a one-time Stanley Cup champion. After retiring, it was business time for Harry Lumley. Became a businessman in his hometown of Owen Sound. Was part owner of an auto dealership and a horse racing stable.
No,
Also spent a little time coaching the Owen Sound senior hockey team as well. Why you should care about Harry Lumley. He was born again in 1926 in Owen Sound, was a strong all-around athlete growing up and became particularly good at lacrosse, a sport that helped develop his hand-eye coordination and toughness that later brought to the goaltending position. One of Lumley's early hockey teams was known as the Owen Sound Orphans. Oh,
oh, that's terrible.
yeah.
Have some more porridge, please.
Papa.
Yeah, you
Can
can't
you hear
have any
me?
meat if you don't finish your pudding.
All right. The name did not refer to the players' families. The team simply didn't have a sponsor. So it played without a local business name attached to it. So they just went with Orphans. It's kind of funny.
That is funny.
Lumley eventually joined it's Barry Colts, right? Not Barry?
Barry Colts.
Oh, sorry. Dang it. 50-50 chance. Barry Colts, where he began attracting attention from NHL scouts. Detroit Red Wings general manager Jack Adams received such strong reports on him that the organization signed Lumley when he was only 15 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, eat that, McDavid, in your exceptional status. World War II created unusual opportunities for young hockey players because so many established professionals had entered military service. Lumley later acknowledged that the war likely accelerated his path to professional hockey and gave him an opportunity that might not have existed under normal circumstances. Detroit assigned the 16-year-old Lumley to the Indianapolis Capitals in the American Hockey League for the 1943-44 season, and he was suddenly facing grown professionals while still young enough that special permission was needed for him to cross the Canada-United States border. Lumley made his NHL debut for Detroit on December 19th, 1943 against the New York Rangers, and at 17 years old and 38 days, he became the youngest goaltender to ever appear in an NHL game.
Wow.
A record that cannot realistically be broken under the modern NHL age rules. His debut was not exactly a storybook beginning. The Rangers beat Detroit 6-2, and Detroit Free Press ran an unforgiving headline: Lumley disappoints in debut as goalie. 3 nights later, Chicago scored 7 goals against him, meaning Lumley allowed 13 goals in his first 2 NHL appearances. Sounds like an Ottawa goalie situation.
They're not kind to the orphans, I guess. Eh? Oh boy.
Lumley was involved in one of the strangest incidents of his career only days after his debut, when Rangers goalie Ken McCauley was injured during a game against Detroit. Lumley was loaned to New York for the 3rd period because teams did not carry backup goalies the way they do today. Wearing a Rangers uniform against the organization that employed him, Lumley stopped everything he faced and helped New York to a 5-3 victory. So he got shelled his first 2 games and then beat his team in the 3rd.
That's amazing.
It's a story.
Jack Adams reportedly complained afterward that Detroit's best player that night had not even been wearing a Red Wings uniform. Lumley's famous Apple Cheeks nickname, that was his nickname, came from his youthful, rosy-cheeked appearance. He was still a teenager surrounded by older professionals, and the cold air inside drafty arenas made his cheeks appear especially red, like 2 bright apples. Teammates and hockey writers picked up on the nickname, and it stayed with him throughout his life. When Lumley joined Detroit full-time, veteran defensemen Flash Hallett and Earl Siebert took the young goalie under their wings. Lumley later said they treated him almost like a son, guiding him through professional hockey and helping protect a teenager who had been rushed into the NHL.
Aww.
He earned his first NHL victory December 7th, 1944, when Detroit defeated the Rangers 3-2, and at 18 years and 26 days old became the youngest goalie to ever win an NHL game. On January 14th, 1945, Lumley shut out the Toronto Maple Leafs 3-0. He was 18 years old, 64 days, and then again, making him the youngest goaltender to ever record a shutout, and that record still remains his today. Lumley became the first teenage goalie to play in a Stanley Cup final. When Detroit faced Toronto in 1945, the Maple Leafs won the first 3 games and shut Detroit out in all 3, leaving the Red Wings 1 loss away from elimination. Detroit then won games 4, 5, and 6 to force a deciding 7th game. Lumley recorded consecutive shutouts in Game 5 and Game 6, including a 1-0 overtime victory in Game 6, before Toronto finally defeated Detroit 2-1 in Game 7. That's crazy for a teenager.
I thought Marc-Andre Fleury was a teenager back in the day, no? With Pittsburgh?
I don't know, though, when he started playing.
I thought he went on that. There's something in my head where it's like, whoa, Penguins went on a run with their rookie goalie or young goalie. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Maybe Louis can look that up.
All right.
Lumley later described himself as a complete rink rat. During his Detroit years, he practically lived at Olympia Stadium, wanted to practice constantly, and often stayed at the building to watch other events when the Red Wings were not using the ice. From 1946 to 47 through 48-49, Lumley played all 60 games in 3 consecutive seasons. He led the NHL with 34 victories in 1948-49, helped Detroit finish first overall 3 straight times, although Toronto repeatedly eliminated the Red Wings in the playoffs. Lumley developed alongside the core of Detroit's emerging dynasty, including Gordie Howe, Ted Lindsay, Sid Abel, and Red Kelly. He remembered the group as young players who learned together and gradually developed into the league's dominant team. During Game 1 of Detroit's 1950 playoff series against Toronto, Gordie Howe collided with Maple Leafs captain Ted Kennedy and crashed on the boards, suffering a fractured skull and nearly dying. Lumley remembered the incident, turning an already fierce rivalry into an extremely bitter series. Detroit finally eliminated Toronto in overtime of Game 7 and advanced to face New York Rangers in the Stanley Cup Final. Because the Circus occupied Madison Square Garden, the Rangers had to play their 2 designated home games in Toronto, while the rest of the series was held in Detroit. The NHL couldn't even displace the Circus at that point.
That is a wild adventure.
The final reached double overtime of Game 7 before Pete Babando scored the winning goal. Lumley played all 14 of Detroit's playoff games, posting 3 shutouts, and finished with a 1.85 goals against average as the Red Wings won the 1950 Stanley Cup. He was only 23 years old and had just backstopped Detroit to a championship when Jack Adams traded him to Chicago. Detroit had Terry Sawchuk waiting in the minors, and Adams believed Sawchuk was ready to become the Red Wings' next great goalie. That's wild to have.
This is a goodie. That's a good story.
Lumley later compared leaving Detroit for Chicago to being removed from the highest grade in school and sent all the way back to the lowest. He went from the NHL's best team to one of its weakest and posted a combined record of 29 wins, 85 losses, and 19 ties during 2 seasons with the Blackhawks. He faced so many shots in Chicago that one later description joked that the Blackhawks' defense was little more than a rumor. He said 2 seasons felt more like 5 because the team had talent but could never consistently come together. Lumley played during an era when goalies competed without masks and were expected to remain in net almost through anything. A famous 1951 photograph shows him playing for Chicago with a tissue stuffed in his nostrils because he was continuing to play with a broken nose. Oh. On November 25th, 1951, Lumley was injured during a game against Detroit. With no healthy backup goalie, Chicago used 45-year-old assistant trainer Mo Roberts in goal. Roberts had not played in the NHL game in nearly 17 years and remains the oldest goalie to ever appear in the league.
That's insane.
Toronto acquired Lumley in 1952, and the move completely revived his career. He appeared in every one of the Maple Leafs' 70 games during each of his first 3 seasons with the club, had his greatest individual season in 1953-54, leading the NHL with a 1.86 goals against average and recording 13 shutouts. He won the Vezina Trophy and was named the NHL's first-team All-Star goaltender. His 13 shutouts established a modern NHL record that stood until Tony Esposito recorded 15 for Chicago in the 1969-70 season. Lumley spoke warmly about Maple Leafs coach King Clancy, who understood how to get the best out of him. Rather than constantly criticizing his players, Clancy often used humor to change the mood, sometimes performing an Irish jig when the team needed to relax.
Nice.
Lumley was extremely territorial around his crease and frequently used his heavy wooden goalie stick to slash or shove opposing forwards. Maple Leafs executive Hap Day reportedly threatened to fine him $25 every time he struck an opponent. Clancy apparently approved of Lumley defending himself. According to one of the best stories from Lumley's Toronto years, Clancy quietly reimbursed him for every fine that Hap Day imposed, essentially telling his goaltender to keep protecting the crease and let the coach worry about the bill.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Opposing forwards knew Lumley was not going to allow them to stand comfortably in front of his net. His background in lacrosse, competitive personality, and willingness to use his stick made him one of the most intimidating goaltenders of the original 6 era. Toronto sold Lumley and Eric Nestorenko to Chicago in 1956, but Lumley refused to return back to the Blackhawks. After his difficult experience there, he had no interest in going back to what he viewed as another season of facing endless shots behind a poor team. He instead spent most of the 1956-57 season with the Buffalo Bisons of the American Hockey League before the Boston Bruins brought him back to the NHL in 1957. Boston coach Milt Schmidt paired Lumley with Don Simmons in one of the NHL's early true goaltending tandems. Lumley admitted he did not always enjoy sharing the net because he spent most of his career playing nearly every game and found it difficult to establish a rhythm when Schmidt alternated goalies. On March 12, 1958, Lumley recorded his 300th NHL victory, becoming only the second goaltender in league history to reach that milestone after Turk Broda. He finished his NHL career in 1960 with 330 victories, 329 losses, 142 ties, and 71 shutouts. At the time of his retirement, he was the winningest goaltender in NHL history. His career covered nearly every possible experience for an original six goalie. He was a teenage phenom, a Stanley Cup champion, a victim of a trade made to clear space for Terry Sawchuk, the overworked goalie on a terrible Chicago team, a Vezina winner in Toronto, and finally a respected veteran in Boston. Looking back, Lumley has considered himself a fortunate kid from Owen Sound whose life had been transformed by hockey. His records for youngest NHL goalie, youngest goalie to win a game, and youngest goalie to record a shutout remain lasting reminders of just how early Apple Cheeks arrived on the NHL stage.
What a career, man. That's Chicago stuff. I don't blame him either. Look how adamant he was. He'd rather play in the minors than go back to a team that did him dirty. I love it.
I wonder how many goalies today would do that. Well, the money, right? You couldn't turn down the...
Yeah.
Wow, loyalty has a price tag these days, right?
Sometimes these guys come out of nowhere. It's like you look at a name and you're like, oh, is this going to be a good one? And I just thought that was a fantastic story.
Yeah. Good follow-up from last one. No offense to the other person.
Yeah, that last one's a little boring.
Yeah.
Well, the coach, or not the coach, the trainer, whoever jumped in the net from the injury, that's insane.
47.
Yeah, Mo. That was Mo. Yeah, Mo, lace him up. We got to go.
Lace him up, Mo. Okay, let's take a quick look at Harry Lumley's hobby market. His rookie card is in the 1951 Parker set, card number 47.
Great
PSA
card. 9
we're looking at on YouTube is the highest publicly selling copy, sold for $2,550 in November 2018. Then, like with all other players lately, I picked 3 additional Plain Days cards to look at. The next one is from 1953 Parker's, card number 1. It's kind of a great pose. So you don't know if he's like trying to save a puck or just like taking a break in between periods or what.
It's the George Costanza pose, when he's on
pretty much. Yeah. PSA 9. We're showing on YouTube highest publicly selling copy, sold for $6,856 US in November 2016. The next card is actually the highest selling Harry Lumley card to date. It's from 1955 Parkhurst, card number 1. It's the Quaker Oats version. That's a lot more rare. This one's graded only a PSA 5, but it sold for $17,400 US in October 2024.
Wow.
And then lastly, I kind of like this 1954 Parkhurst Lumley All-Star card. It's kind of a real cool pose.
The Parkhurst this year has a card kind of owed to a nod to it.
Oh, yeah. With the star.
A tip the hat, as they say.
It's card number 16, and PSA 8.5 is the highest seller, sold for $761 US in August 2012. And that, kids, is your Hockey Hall of Famer, Harry Lumley.
Excellent. Get to know your Hall of Famer on that one. Big fan. Now I want his card.
Yeah. Well, it's been a minute since we were away, since we've checked back in on the NHL and the stories that are shaping the offseason and what maybe impact is in store for the hobby too. We call it the Weekly 7.
Let's skate on over to the NHL.
Josh always gets so happy.
It's the little things in life.
It is. It really is.
Well, boys, it's coming. The 2026-27 opening night schedule was released. And I don't know if you saw this. We have a pretty early start to the season this year. We have 5 games to entertain us on September 29th. September.
Back to school games. Back to school.
Yeah, no kidding. Every year it seems to get earlier. For reference, last season started October 7th. There's 5 games scheduled on opening night.
There's 2 more games this year, isn't there? Maybe that's why they're doing it.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, and weren't they catching up because they got so delayed because of COVID? It was like every year they were getting earlier and earlier to get back on schedule.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's too much hockey, man. Too many injuries, too much hockey. Put the 52 game season. 52 game season. Yeah.
I don't know, but I think less
maybe
would
not
be better.
55, 72, 84 games. The way these boys play, injury over injury over injury. Both the Bedard shoulders. I mean, it's too much hockey.
So it's part of the new CBA. They're going from 82 to 84 games. The last time 84 games were played is in 2003-04. And as a result, like the trade-off is a shorter training camp and less preseason games. Here's going back to opening night. Here's the 5 games. Montreal, maybe Gavin McKenna's debut.
That'd be cool.
That should be a fun one.
Better be Saturday night, I hope. It is Saturday night, right?
I don't know. So,
that's when hockey.
Usually they start like in the middle of the week, though. It's like on a Thursday or something.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pulling up the calendar. The 29th is Tuesday.
There you go.
Brutal.
Also, the Hurricanes will hoist their Stanley Cup banner and host Brady Tkachuk and the Florida Panthers.
On both.
Bruins will host the Rangers. Oilers will host the Nucks. And what became a poopy game all of a sudden, the Bedardless Blackhawks will host Vegas.
Oh, yeah, no one's watching that.
Ratings
It's a rough
die.
Spencer Knight, shutout. Calling it right now.
How come the Golden Boy, Macklin Celebrini, is not playing opening night?
Yeah. Because the NHL doesn't, they don't want to be cool and hip. They'd prefer to be old and stale.
I guess not. Well, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be here before we know it. And pretty soon we'll be knee deep into 26, 27 previews. What's one thing you guys are most excited about for the upcoming season? Louis, you can chime in too if you want.
I'm most excited when the Toronto Maple Leafs come to Ottawa to play. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to make as much noise as possible and let the world know that Daniel Alfredsson's real name is Judas Iscariot.
Oh,
yeah. Clothes may be optional. I don't know. I was thinking of like buying 4 seats behind the Leafs bench and just making T-shirts that say Alfie is Judas or like Alfie is not a well-endowed man. Something like that. I don't know.
I think you get kicked out of the arena for that.
Yeah, I don't. I'm fuming. I'm smoldering underneath of what's going on.
So Phil's excited about going into rage mode. Dave, what are you excited about?
Okay, so I don't know if it's excitement or nervousness. I'm very nervous about this upcoming season with the Kings. Just I look at the roster and what they've done, and which is basically nothing.
That's everybody. You have the same fears as every other sports fan.
Yeah, but we just got worse. I don't know who's going to center our lines.
It's different if it's you, right?
It's just, I don't know. It's a head scratcher, and I'm looking at some of the other teams in our divisions, like, the Sharks and Utah and all these teams who never make the playoffs. And now I'm like, well, they're definitely a playoff team, and teams have got to get bumped out. And I feel like the Kings are going to be one of them. So I don't know. So I guess I have a pessimistic outlook.
Jeez, you guys, I started. The question was, what's everyone excited for? And Phil's like,
I'm excited to get angry at Daniel Alfredsson and his supporters. Guys, just leave him alone. He's just trying to do for the best for his family, eh?
Oh, say that again to me. Say that again to me.
I will say I am interested to see what happens with Toronto as a side note, just to see what happens with their team this year with McKenna, if that's going to light a fire under that team.
No, it's not going to do anything. Come on.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think McKenna's going to. No.
Louis, I'm afraid to ask you.
They're not making the playoffs. Calling it right now. No. Ottawa's going to have a better record than Toronto this year. By far.
What are you excited about, Louis?
I'm excited to watch Kaprizov figure out how to play without Zuccarello and make things happen.
God, you guys.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one.
I'm going to
No,
say
that's not a bad thing.
Well, what are you
This is a
excited about,
good thing.
Josh?
That's
You
a
have
very
excitement?
good thing. It's not a bad thing. He's got to play his game and hook up other people and create time and space and all that stuff on his own. He can't just rely on one guy.
Okay.
It'll be fun to see. I think he can do it. He's good.
I do have things to look forward to. I won't mention my team because that's a little bit of a bitter subject right now in this brain. But
It's always a bitter subject for you.
I know. I'm a Minnesota sports fan. What else am I supposed to do? It's always raised. The thing I think that we have an amazing. I don't want to like do any historical comparisons, but we have an amazing crop of like 24 and under players. And we know Celebrini is the guy, but who else separates themselves in the league is I'm going to be fascinated to see this year. Yeah, that's one of them. Can Schaefer rebound and or not rebound, but can he come back and have a strong second season?
Yes.
Will Cutter Gauthier score 40 goals again 2 years in a row? Will Wyatt Johnston finally get some hobby respect on his name? You know, all these great stories. And
Will Leo Carlson live up to his contract?
Yeah.
I think
Nailed
he
it.
will. I think it might not be this year, but he will. In 5 years from now, they'll be like, wow, that is a good deal for that monster player. Yeah, he's got swagger, man. He's got that. He's got the it factor on the ice, big time.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see Kaprizov kill it and everybody eat their words, because I was saying with the cap going up, there's going to be players getting paid a lot more, and Kaprizov's going to look like a steal at the price we gave him. So,
all right, I would love that. I do love my big dollar bill Kirill. Story 2: the Yzerplan is over.
Yeah.
Steve Yzerman is out. This past week, the Red Wings announced that Steve Yzerman will transition from general manager to another role in the organization, some sort of senior advisor role, which is like maybe just, hey, why don't you go away? We'll still pay you, and show up for like an alumni dinner every now and again, I'm guessing. Well, what was your favorite moment of the Yzerplan? Anyone have any? Go ahead.
I think my favorite is realizing a lot of Detroit fans right now have to separate Steve Yzerman, the general manager, and Steve Yzerman, the legend, the king of Detroit, right? As a son of a very volatile Montreal Canadiens fan, my father, when Serge Savard traded Chris Chelios, my father did not separate Serge Savard, the player, to Serge Savard, the GM. And that was borderline child abuse, because now I can't look at Serge Savard the same because of my dad getting really, really angry at him. But Serge Savard is one of the most historic players in the Montreal Canadiens history. So you got to separate the two. So if you're really mad at Steve right now for failing in the Yzerplan, separate the GM from the player. Be mad at the GM. Don't be mad at the player. Try not to.
Yeah.
That's my best. That's not a memory. I don't know what that is.
Oh, I mean, it's the same thing with the Kings. Luc Robitaille is the president of the LA Kings, and I question a lot of and so it's you separate the player from his office role, and so you kind of have to do that because he's a different player as an organizer of the team.
Rob Blake took a little bit of a reputation hit in that regard too, right?
Sure, yeah, because he was the one who brought over what's his name, who's on Washington now. PLD. He was the one who brought PLD over, and everyone was like scratching their heads, like, "What? Why'd you do that?" And then it ended up completely backfiring.
Dave, this is the year for PLD. This year is always the year for PLD.
I think Shane Wright. I think watch out for Shane Wright this year. I still like that kid. I like him. Watch out, him and Fantilli.
All right. Well, back to the Red Wings. Yzerman will remain GM until a successor is found. He's been in the position since April 2019. At the point, the Wings were starting a rebuild and basically haven't stopped, which, of course, is part of the problem. Remember, the Red Wings made the playoffs for 25 straight years, and they've now missed the postseason for 10 straight years. Here's what team governor Chris Ilitch had to say about where the team is at. Clearly, we are not at where we and our fans expect us to be as an organization. Yeah. The biggest immediate move is going to be Dylan Larkin's trade request, which is not great if you're desperately depending on him to salvage your season as a fatalist Minnesota Wild fan. I don't know if it, now the speculation is, does it change? Because I think a lot of the people are thinking the reason why Larkin made the trade request is he wasn't getting along with Yzerman. And now would he potentially reconsider? Or is it still his age and maybe how far he perceives Detroit from being a contender? Will he still want out? I guess we'll have to find out. But again, not a great wrinkle if you're a Wild fan right now. And I am.
You're a Wild fan?
Sometimes. Oh, look who's calling. Weird.
Billy. Oh, no.
Should I answer?
Yeah.
See what he wants.
Hi, Billy. You're on air. We're recording the podcast. Please divulge all of your secrets.
So I'm driving home, and I just thought this would be the perfect time to tell you guys how many Take Young Gun
Oh,
Yes.
Oh wait, I'm hitting a dead patch right now. Stuck it.
all right. We'll call you later.
Later.
Bye.
We were so close.
So close. Stupid cell phones and their dead zones. All right. We'll move on. So I found something kind of interesting, and I'm wondering if there's maybe a correlation as to who the big rookie chases will be. The NHL.com has already posted their top 10, 26-27. It's like I said, it's starting. We're kind of now it's going to be a lot of next season type stuff. Their fantasy rookie rankings.
Oh my God.
So again, maybe it'll give us a little insight as to who the big chases or top Calder Trophy candidates will be. Want to guess who they ranked as the top rookie overall from a fantasy perspective for next year?
Fantasy.
I want to give you guys a hint. It's a holdover candidate from last year.
I was gonna say usually it's someone who's already played.
Oh,
so it would probably be Martone.
Porter
Philadelphia
Martone.
goal.
That's right. Good
Yeah.
call, Dave. Yeah, 100%. Well, come on,
For
guys.
once, Dave is right.
Oh, look at that! On the
Celebrate.
board, baby.
World Juniors. What do you get? Like 7 goals, 8 goals? Some crazy. Well, I mean, they don't even play games. But
I'm gonna do the George Costanza and just walk away right now. I'm on a
You
high
should.
note.
Quit while
I'm
you're
done.
ahead,
The show's
please.
over for me. You guys carry it on.
he is excellent, and the poise. I don't know. He's going to be something special. I'm really happy for Neil. I'm always wanting Philadelphia to do well. I don't know why. Pretty bummed out they didn't get
Best
close.
jerseys in the NHL.
Oh,
Or some of the best. Love them.
They're some of the best. Yeah, Montreal Canadiens have the best.
I know. There's a lot of teams with good ones. So Porter Martone is actually the 70th ranked overall fantasy player. Pretty high for a
Yeah,
rookie.
that's pretty good.
Number 2 is Gavin McKenna. Then you have Anton Frondel. And so for me, it seems like that, like when in any sort of like rookie class from the hobby perspective, they're usually like a big 3. I kind of feel like the prediction of the big 3 so far will be Martone, McKenna, and Frondel.
Yeah. Well, Cole Hudson's got the name, right? I mean that.
He's a defenseman though, and so I mean he'd really have to do something
Yeah.
special. But
I'll tell you, he's not going to be on anyone's fantasy teams. I know that. Like, there's a rookie defenseman,
yeah,
unproven. Yeah, he won't be on any fantasy teams.
rated ahead of in fantasy rankings ahead of Ivar Stenberg, which I think is kind of interesting. I mean, maybe he's a candidate to finish a little higher. Then you have somebody I don't know a lot about. Number 6, is it Konsta Hellenis, a forward for the Sabres?
It looks almost Greek. It's not.
Yeah.
I think it's like Swedish or Finnish or something.
Okay,
but-
yeah, it does almost look Greek.
Was he one of the first round picks for them? I'm guessing.
Yeah, I think so.
He's a first rounder. Yeah. Same with
And then-
Hagen, obviously.
Yeah, and then you have Hagens, who is seems like a bigger name than maybe an NHL prospect. We'll see though how his career develops. Then Ilya Protas, who I think is Alexei Protas's brother.
How many families do we have in here? Look at Victor Eklund at the end there. Sorry,
I
I'm top
know.
of my head, but what the heck?
And then the only goalie, Jacob Fowler, and then Victor Hedlund for the Islanders. So also I look at like where maybe like when you're looking at break spots and pick your team, like what teams could be a little spendier.
I will say on the fantasy, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean they're a better player or a bigger chase. A lot of it has to do with opportunity. So if you're on a very good team and you're not on one of the top 2 lines, your fantasy numbers are because you just don't get on the ice as much. You're not on the power play. And so a lot of times it's just opportunity. And some of these guys kind of come out of the woodwork because they're on a crappy team, but they get a better shot than maybe someone who's a little bit better than them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thought it was kind of interesting, and we'll see how it plays out. Okay, we're gonna go from there to there's still some remaining free agents that haven't been signed, and I picked out 4 more notable names, and you guys can tell me. I mean, we're kind of down to like slim pickings, last legs candidates, or last chances guys. And you'll tell me if any of these remaining players intrigue you, maybe for your team, or if there's any potential hobby stuff there. Probably the biggest name left is Patrick Kane.
Yeah.
37 years old. He did have 57 points in 67 games last year. Is there anything left? And then Louis, I'm gonna have you chime on. And are we desperate enough here in Minnesota where that's a chance we need to take it.
But he's a wing. You need a center. It's like
we
us. We need a center, not a wing.
Well, we actually need, because we've lost in the forward. We needed this offseason to gain a center. We haven't done that, and we've also lost wings. We lost Zuccarello and Tarasenko so far. So it's
Bring
not
'em.
good.
What's
So
his
maybe,
hit? What do you think his
maybe
hit
he
is?
would be a good fit for you guys.
I don't know numbers. What does he cost?
Oh, probably nothing at this point.
Yeah,
This is
probably
more of-
Make
just
him.
Yeah.
4 million or something.
It'd be fun.
Yeah. It's just he's coming off that hip resurfacing, which barely anyone. I mean,
favorite.
it's amazing he's been able to even play again. I mean, that's what kind of ended Nicholas Backstrom's career and somebody else who I always forget. And so it's just a matter of can he still skate at this age? But I don't know, Phil or Dave, any hope left for Patrick Kane?
He's not. I don't want him. I hope he has a great end of his career, but I'm looking at this from an Ottawa Senators lens. No interest in that player.
We have so many 40-year-old guys on our team. We don't need another
Why not
one.
one more?
So, I mean, on the first free agent signing day, we signed like 3-4-year-olds in the first like 3 hours. So I don't know. It's just we don't need more old people. We need a little bit more youth. So I would not be interested in that.
The next name that's still unsigned, shockingly, I mean, I don't know why, but Patrick Laine. Well, somebody better snatch him up, as this has to be the year for Diet PLD to break through, right, Phil?
Yeah, he's a bit of
Buying
a
up his young guns?
one-trick pony, I think.
Yeah. He's still only 28, so there's plenty of time for this prospect to break.
Yeah. Power play specialist.
There's just certain players that people can't give up on.
Yeah.
Just can't do it. All right, Louis, are we really that desperate? I don't think so.
Sorry, no.
Yeah. It's more like I think that he's sort of the locker room cancer type too.
Oh, sure.
Why do you think that?
Oh, I don't think it's gone well in Montreal from a locker. I think he's been very bitter about stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
He's on
I might be wrong.
Montreal.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he was on Montreal. I still thought he was on Washington.
Dave,
Jeez.
it was going to be the year. It was going to.
Oh
he's
my
finally going to
gosh.
be.
Well, you don't be too I mean, yeah, I agree with you on this big time, but you threw a lot of shade on Slavkovsky a lot, and that didn't really work out well, right? He's still a pretty good player.
For the first overall pick?
I would love him to have him on my team.
Yeah, okay.
Although, who was in that class that really stood out?
Yeah, he's
Besides Slavkovsky. I don't know if there was.
I wouldn't make fun of Slavkovsky being.
Wasn't like
I
Shane
like
Wright,
PLD,
like the
that's
number
all.
2 pick or something? Like
No,
I
he
don't know.
slid. Remember, there was the Shane Wright revenge tour.
Yeah.
He was
The Habs.
2022, right?
That Shane Wright stare down to the Habs table is probably one of the best things ever.
Well, okay,
Amazing.
so you're right. It's not like the greatest class, but
No, it was not great.
Cutter Gauthier went number 5th. I think if you
well,
redrafted, he would go
there,
number
I mean,
1.
Like a
That's-
redo on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Logan Cooley. I mean, what's the,
Yeah. No, he's better.
Yeah, I'd take
Slavkovsky's a
Cooley
lot bigger, so maybe you would, if you're a GM, you would take him over Cooley. But they're beyond that.
I'm just saying there's a big separation of making fun of PLD and Slavkovsky.
I
PLD,
understand that.
I'll be right there with you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's 28. There's still time, like you said.
still time.
I
He's
love
so
it.
young.
Hey, it happened for Darren Radish at like 28. So
Yeah,
Oh God.
good point.
Yeah, that's my least favorite thing in life is like when you talk about somebody about how like generally you need to be tall to play in the NBA. Well, Spud Webb.
Spud Webb.
Yeah, it happened like 1 in 4 billion people. You're right.
Yeah.
There's always an outlier. Always an outlier.
Okay, the next name is not a hobby guy, but I'm kind of surprised that Logan Stanley hasn't been signed by anyone.
What? Buffalo didn't re-sign him
No.
after losing Bo and Byram. They kind of need a defenseman,
To hurt people?
exactly like Logan Stanley, right? Oh, that's weird. I don't
That's
get it.
my point, Louis, is I would 100% sign him for the Wild just so he doesn't hurt Kaprizov. I don't even care if he plays.
Big lad, eh? He played for Winnipeg his whole career, eh? Pretty much.
Yeah.
Did Winnipeg draft him? I think so.
You always notice him out there. I mean, again, maybe there's
Yeah.
like advanced analytics that he's not great or something like that. I don't know.
He's a bastard out there on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the former Minnesota Wild player, Vladimir Tarasenko, who is actually only 34, but doesn't he seem like he was 44 at this point?
For sure.
He's an old soul out there on the ice.
No kidding. For sure. Had 47 points in 57 or 75 games with the Wild last year. Doesn't seem like we're interested in re-signing him, which probably says a lot since we desperately need forward. So,
yeah, that's a good point.
Well, Stanley's wouldn't be part of this, but as a playmaker, yeah, Kane's still old, but he's still a great hockey playmaker. We can use that on the team.
Yeah, you need Logan to break out of your zone, pass it to Zuccarello, and finish to.
We don't have Zuccarello.
Oh wait,
yeah. Well, we didn't need him.
We didn't need
What's happening with Minnesota? Any
GM of the year
news there? Like
GM of the year.
Okay,
Josh's daddy.
Have to move on. Trevor Zegras resigned with the Philadelphia Flyers. The Flyers locked him up for 4 more years to a $36.5 million deal to remain with the team. The 25-year-old's coming off his best NHL season, where he scored 26 goals and totaled 67 points in 81 games played his first year in Philadelphia. Finished the season second on the team in scoring. The deal includes a 10-team no-trade clause in year 3 and a 6-team no-trade clause in year 4. One person Zegras has won over with the Flyers is head coach Rick Tocchet, who met with the young player prior to last season and challenged him. He asked him, "Are you in the league just for social media clicks or to win hockey games?" Ooh. I don't know. Zegras acknowledged in January in an interview in The Athletic that he didn't like those preconceived notions about him as he switched teams for the first time in his career. He said, "I think early on, I tried to show everybody that I wasn't who I was because I knew it wasn't me." It's a weird comment, but okay. Made a pretty big hobby splash, of course, in his rookie year, and his market has since cooled by a lot. Do you guys ever see him having a hobby comeback moment, or is what he is at this point? What do you think?
Maybe some Flyers fans might buy some nice Trevor Zegras cards if they do anything in the playoffs, or maybe even win a cup. But I don't. The hobby's ruthless, right? Zegras could score 50 goals the next 2 years. No one's buying an Anaheim Ducks Zegras rookie.
Fair.
I just feel like it's hilarious that like all of these things that Philadelphia is doing, it just feels like a middle finger to Anaheim. They just keep
it's payback. You know why, yeah.
Yes, I know it's payback. That's why I think it's so amazing. Like I don't know. I feel like the reason why they offered that big contract, almost like, oh, we knew we weren't going to get him, but it'll make Anaheim have to pay up the wazoo to keep him, like kind of thing. I don't know.
Not bad getting him too. Who cares? What is it? 3 first you give
4.
up and you pay him 4? What are the chances one of those first rounds is going to be Leo Carlson?
I know
it's not. I would do that all. What a win-win situation for
But
to do. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, like, I almost feel like they looked at it like, okay, if they match the offer and he stays there, at least we made them pay big time for him. And so I just think that's hilarious. I don't know.
Well, to looking at the hobby side, Zegras is a 21-22 Young Guns, PSA 10 pop, 1,348, 28% gem rate, last sold for just $52 on July 9th, down 57% in the past month, down 37% in the past 3 months, 52-week high, 125, 52-week low, $35. I like this one. All-time high. Want to guess?
$880. 880.
What did you guess, Dave?
750.
650. April 2022.
I'm disappointed. I thought it'd be higher.
So I wrote the show early because of our big birthday party and have to acknowledge kind of a little bonus add-on to this story. Of course, Bedard. Last night it was announced that he resigned with the Chicago Blackhawks to 5 years, $75 million, so $15 million average annual value. It seems like he probably left money on the table and signed maybe a little bit of a team-friendly deal. Is that your guys' takeaway?
Yeah, hopefully they use some of those extra funds and go buy him some players to play with. So
yeah,
I don't know.
There had to be a conversation with that signing, right? Stupid money for stupid kid. But remember, good listener, we're swimming in stupid money waters. Mm-hmm. So in the vein of that conversation, I think he did leave money on the table. I think maybe the conversation was had with his agent that said, listen, we'll take a bit less. If in a year nothing's happening, we're going to ask for a trade. Something like that, right? Like,
right.
A gentleman.
And also, he hasn't played a full season yet. So he's been
played
banged
one.
up every season.
Point,
and so
Dave.
they're not getting 84 games out of him. They've only gotten like 60 each season. So
He played actually a little bit of a correction, but you're right. Your point overall is well taken. I think he did play 82 games in year 2. And it was like 68, 82, and 69. Something like that.
He's got a bonus mixed in there too, though. If you didn't see that, he kind of went Sidney Crosby on the bit, but he's each year is a $9.8 million.
What the hell does a 20-year-old kid have to do with $9 million? Oh man, well I'm sure I had a lot of good ideas at 20. I'm sure you find some reasons. Yeah.
I think there's another, maybe subtle to some people, but definitely not to me, team-friendly aspect to this deal. Very similar to other sports where the salary cap is going to be rapidly rising. I think we're going to see a lot of players wanting to sign 3-year deals because of the anticipation of how much higher the cap will be down the road. And so for him signing 5-year deals, a 5-year deal, I think is, again, very team-friendly in that regard.
But he's also showing and proving that he wants to try and make it work in Chicago. He wants to... Yeah, exactly. So he's not like, oh, this is hard. I don't have anyone to play with. I'm going to bolt right away. He's going, okay, I'm giving you 5 years. Let's see what we can do.
Here's how that broke down. I had to figure out how it made sense. So next year he gets paid 7.2 plus his 9.8 bonus. Then he's down to 6.2 with the bonus, 5.2 bonus, 4.2 bonus, 3.2 bonus.
Yeah, sometimes the bonuses affect the salary cap different, and so maybe there's, again, some working with the team in that regard.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't talk about goalies probably enough on the show, but The Athletic this week released their top NHL goalie prospect rankings.
Oh.
There's a bunch of them. I think they went to like 25, but we'll look at the top 5 today. Do you guys have any guesses as to any goalie in the top 5?
Are these players that haven't played yet?
All 5 goalies are on Montreal Canadiens, guaranteed.
Pretty much.
Drives me crazy.
Some of them have played a little bit, but still very, very little NHL action. Number 1 is Jacob Fowler, to Phil's point.
Okay.
21 years old, just finished his first NHL season, started 17 games, was 19-6-2 with a 2.43 goals against and a .908 save percentage, and he's a 2025 Young Guns. It's already out there.
Is Bussy on there? No. Stanley Cup winning? Okay. All right.
So Casa, the Detroit guy? Or
he's on there.
Oh, okay.
He's on the
I know
Mammoth now.
He's big, eh? He's like the big goalie. Yeah,
he's number 4.
Oh, okay. That's the only guy I know.
Number 2 is Joshua Ravensbergen.
What kind of a witch's spell is that?
I don't know.
He plays for the Sharks, so the rich get richer. 19 years old, played in the WHL last season. 30th overall pick in the 2025 NHL draft. Was 32-13 last season with a 2.51 goals against and a .919 save percentage. So now you have Askarov and potentially this kid, and the Sharks have a lot of potential.
I want that guy. Yeah, that's all. Those are great stats. God damn it.
Then here's a Billy Celio pick if I've ever seen one myself. So Trey Augustine, a Detroit, which is Billy's team, draft pick, finished his last season at Michigan State, which is Billy's favorite college, I think where he went to school. He had a 24-9 record, 2.11 goals against, .929 save percentage. Then got a 2-game spell in the AHL with the Grand Rapids Griffins to begin his pro journey. Lost both games, but it's a start. So again, given the Billy connection, expect about 40,000 Trey Augustine cards in the near future.
No kidding, eh?
He's in every set. I wonder why. Now at number 4, we have Phil's guy, Sebastian Cossa, who was traded to the Mammoth this offseason. And you're right, he's big.
Okay. That's it.
6'6", 225.
He's huge. Dude. Yeah, it's great.
And Utah's got some big D guys too. So, man, they got some big net presence.
Only started one NHL game to this point. It was in 24-25 with Detroit. Last season played with Grand Rapids in the AHL. Had a good year. Was 26-8, 2.33 goals against, and .915 save percentage. And he's a 2024 Young Guns.
I don't know
And
why my
then-
team doesn't go out to get these goals.
I know.
Okay.
Then at the fifth prospect is someone I never heard of. It's a Russian, of course. You got to have if you're going to do goalie ranking or prospect rankings, you got to have a Russian, right? It's Pyotr Andreyanov. He's a Columbus draft pick. Just 19 years old. Played last season in the MHL, which I think is one of the minor leagues to the KHL. He'll probably move up to the KHL in the near future, and so he'll be in Russia, I think, for a little bit before he goes to North America. So there you go. Here's your top 5 goalie prospects according to The Athletic. Our last story in the Weekly 7. Is anyone shocked to learn that Macklin Celebrini was selected by EA Sports as a cover athlete for the NHL 27 video game?
No, as he should be.
Isn't there like a curse about that or something, or is that finally been broken?
I think that was Madden.
Yeah, that's not
okay.
hockey. I don't
Like
think.
every single time you made the cover, you got injured or had a terrible year or
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a symbolic gesture, of course, but it's indicative that the 20-year-old superstar could be the future face of the NHL. He's the second Sharks player to be named the EA NHL cover athlete. Want to guess who the other Sharks player was?
Owen Nolan.
No.
No, it feels right.
Really?
2001 edition of the game. Oh, Nolan.
Yeah.
Also, here's something interesting. Macklin is now the youngest EA NHL cover athlete ever.
Get out of here. Really?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec.
So looking back over the last couple of years, Matthew Tkachuk was a cover athlete for NHL 26. Then the Hughes Bros got the honor for NHL 25. Here's a crazy thing. I looked this up. I went every year. You know that Sidney Crosby has never been the cover athlete for
What?
EA NHL? I wonder if he won't allow it. You'd have to think that maybe he turned it down or something.
Maybe.
I feel like Patrick Kane has been on there 50 times.
Well,
Every
50
time
years
I
old.
think of EA Sports NHL, I'm like, I see Patrick Kane on there. I don't know why. Or stupid Pronger. I know he was on there once.
Well, Phil and Louie, no Senators player or Wild player has ever been the cover athlete.
Why
either.
would they be? Who would
Yeah.
they be? What, Daniel Alfredson? He's dead to me.
I think
Alexei Yashin?
Kaprizov
He's another bum.
would work,
You-
wouldn't it?
so does that mean there's been a Kings player?
I didn't look it up.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Dave.
Probably not. I don't know who they would throw on there.
Wayne Gretzky?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
I don't.
What? You could put Gretzky on anything. It's good.
fair. When was the last time any of you guys played EA NHL? Louis, you can chime in too. It's
When I was in college, so it's been 30 years.
been a long time.
Yeah,
Me?
30 years for me.
My cousin's house, like 25. I think I played NHL 2002, maybe.
You played it a week ago, Louis?
Yeah, upstairs with Gavin.
Huh?
Oh, who was your team?
I had to select a random team. That's how we decided, and I ended up with Detroit.
Oh, did he win?
No, he killed me.
Oh, great. Well, that's a weekly 7 for this week. Slab Sharks, the Gongshow partner sponsor, thankful for their support of our show. The current Slab Sharks Thursday night sports auction is live. Will ends, of course, on Thursday night, hence the name. It's a huge auction this week, guys. Over 9,000 sports cards available to bid on. Head to slabsharks.com to mark your favorites. Get your early bids in. We'll be live Thursday night for a Slab Sharks weekly live show on the Gongshow YouTube channel starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. Have some fun, cover key cards ending in the auction. Hope to see you in the chat. If you're an American collector, your Gongshow Bros are the official U.S. submission center, making it super easy for you to get your cards in the biggest and best weekly hockey auction there is. You can send your cards to us, and we get them into the auction for you. If you get them to us by Tuesday, your cards will be live in that Thursday's auction. Plus, now Slab Sharks has USD payouts through Wise without any foreign currency conversion fees, which is amazing, of course. Also, instantly transfers into your bank. Loving Wise. We'd love for you to try out a submission. There's a link in the show description to sign up. Then you just print out a submission form, box up your cards, and send them in, and you're done. I do not think you'll be disappointed. You can check out complete consignment info, including payout rates, at slabsharks.com. Hobby news.
Hobby news.
Hobby news.
News from the hobby.
Wow.
I'm still stuck on this whole top selling eBay athletes thing, and run it back a little bit. We talked about last show about June, who the top 10 high selling hockey players were. Well, Gemrate also released data for the top 50 high selling athletes on eBay for the first half of 2026. How many hockey players do you guys think made the top 50 of all athletes for eBay sales this year to date?
1. Maybe 2.
Yeah, probably 1, maybe 2. Is that a fair answer? I don't know.
Wait, is this for top 50? Oh, for the first half of 2026.
Yep, first 6 months, the top 50.
So I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say Celebrini and Gretzky.
I'm going to probably agree with Dave. I think Dave, popular to my
not
gut
agree.
feeling.
I would not agree with me. I'm not good at these games, Phil.
But everything that has happened has no bearing on the future. So I agree with you on this one.
You guys are 50% right. There's one. Macklin Celebrini is number 42 in the top 50.
Not even Gretzky?
Yeah, because Gretzky's lower for the first 6 months of the year. Yeah, he was behind Gretzky.
So he's number 42. So check this out. So far this year, through the first 6 months, $1.36 billion has been spent on sports card singles on eBay. Macklin, and the highest hockey player is Macklin Celebrini with $4.315 million.
Well, small but mighty. So now I always say that. I don't know.
So how many hockey players do you think are in the top 100?
None.
Well, we have one in the top 50. It has to be more than one.
I don't know. I'm a fatalist here.
Who are they? You know, Schaefer's going to be in there, and maybe a couple of. I would say 6. I would say 6.
6 in the top 100.
No. Yep. I say 2.
Phil's right. It's 2. Yeah. Celebrini and Gretzky. Gretzky's number 57.
Yeah. And then there's a big.
Okay, now let's go to the top. This is the last one. Top 200. How many hockey players? So we know there's at least 2. How many total hockey players in the top 200 athletes, according to eBay card single sales?
4.
So Bedsy? No, yeah, 4. Bedsy, Schaefer, Gretzky, Celebrini.
No, Betsy's not in the top 4.
No? I think
I think it's Schaefer. Schaefer's number 3 and I don't know who number 4 is, but it's not Betsy.
Yeah, it is. No. Yeah, it is.
No.
Yeah. Josh.
There's 4 additional players.
Ooh.
So the next is Schaefer at 135, McDavid at 145.
See, I told you it wasn't Bedard.
Bedard at 147, and then Jack Hughes at 188.
Whatever.
So a total of 6 hockey players in the top 200, which is 3% of the athletes in the top 200
I'm
are hockey
more right
players.
Than you. I had conviction.
Oh, I know. I got it. I got it. Is anyone surprised? No, nobody's surprised.
Okay, back to Celebrini for a second, who is, again, the top dog for hockey, $4.315 million in sales year to date. The top, you guys want to guess who the top selling athlete on eBay was for the first 6 months?
Ooh.
Oh, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, that's a great guess.
Yeah, it's good, eh?
That is a fantastic guess. I'm gonna go with LeBron James.
Okay. Phil's right. Phil's right.
Yeah.
Shohei. So remember, Macklin at 4.3 million, Shohei only 85.6 million.
Wow.
So 20 times more was spent on Shohei Ohtani cards than the top hockey player. And reminder that 4,235, that hockey is small but mighty, right, Phil?
Do you know what the top 5?
Yes, Josh. Yes.
Do you know what the top 5 athletes are?
Give me a second, and I will look it up.
Well, Michael Jordan, right?
Well, yeah, I was thinking Jordan and LeBron James is probably in there.
Are there LeBron? Is anyone listening to our Hockey Card podcast? If you collect LeBron James on the side, what is the? I guess it's the accolades, right? Like the actual performance on the court.
He has the most points of all time in the history of the NBA. He's won championships. He's just, he goes
larger than life, right? Like
yeah, it's different.
Take your thoughts about his personality or your opinion on that aside.
He's like
42-year-old man to be that athletic is mind-boggling.
Yeah,
he is like the Mario Lemieux, where his what he does with the size of his body is what is amazing about him.
He's a phenom. That's
the way he can move with how big his body is extraordinary.
And he is super athletic at 42 years old. He does not It's crazy. And they say, I mean, the stories are legendary. He spends like $3 million a year on its body to keep it young, youthful. But okay, so top 5 athletes, Ohtani is number 1, and then Jordan number 2 at 69 million roughly. Wembanyama number 3 at 51 million. Cooper Flag number 4 at 34 million, and then LeBron number 5 at 26 million, about $400,000 ahead of Kobe. And then you have Tom Brady, Stephen Curry, Mickey Mantle, Aaron Judge, Drake May, Griffey Jr., Mahomes.
Cooper Flag, that's like F1?
He's
NBA
rookie basketball.
Oh, basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like
he was the Duke kid that made 28 million in NIL money in
like
his
a
year at
college
Duke.
kid.
College kid got paid 28 million to play 1 year at Duke.
Got a cool name. I like his name.
He does
Kobe's
have a cool name.
freaking out to come out.
And he's a very cool personality. So
nice.
He's like one of those guys that even though he's like a star and an athlete, people like him. So he should do very, very well.
Okay, we have an update on the ESPYs winner for Sports Card of the Year. If you recall, the stiff competition, 5 cards competing for the very first ever ESPY for Sports Card of the Year. We had 24-25 Exquisite Collection Macklin Celebrini Rookie Shield Auto 101. Then 2 of the 5 were actually hockey cards. 2026 Tops Now Jack Hughes Golden Goal Auto with inscription number 1 or 101. Then we had the Ohtani and Judge Dual MVP Logo Man 101, the Caitlin Clark Flawless Logo Woman RPA 101, and a Josh Allen 101 Gold Shield Auto from Topps. We had 2 Fanatics cards versus 1 Panini 1 Upper Deck, 2 hockey cards, of course, on the docket. And the winner? So happy to do this. Drum roll, Troy.
Yeah.
Upper Deck, exquisite. The Macklin Celebrini won the very first ESPY for Sports Card of the Year.
I can't believe it won. Oh, man. Aren't we so proud, boys? Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's great. Yeah.
Very, very
so
cool.
Proud, so proud. Good job, Upper Deck.
Big flex
and
for Upper
did
Deck.
you say this is the first year they've done this category?
Yep, first year.
Okay. Look at that. Let's go.
Now, probably a lot to do with it is it's a great card, good design. Obviously, everyone loves the Brini. And Exquisite is still the most valuable sports card brand. Although, again, it weirdly barely exists at this point inside other products. And I think it's time for Upper Deck to bring Exquisite back as a standalone. Like, instead of like Tableau, wouldn't you have just...
Yeah, there's a reason they did that though. As soon as they came out with Tableau, I'm like, why wouldn't you just use it? I think most people were like that. There's obviously a reason that's above our pay grade that they've talked about.
Well, I thought it was because the cup has to be the premium product. And if they bring Exquisite back, it might compete with that premium product.
You could design it so it's comparable.
Yeah, like 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think people go nuts for an Exquisite product.
But maybe that's why we do go nuts for Exquisite now, because it is so far and few between.
Good point.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So congrats to Upper Deck, and congrats to all of us hockey people. We win.
Yeah.
You win.
Finally. Something over basketball and
finally.
baseball and football. New product release is brought to you by Gongshow friend and partner GP Sport Cards and Total Sport Cards Hobby Shop in Etobicoke in Toronto. Grant is the king of shields, and this is his week. This is his Super Bowl, his favorite product. He'll be crushing cases on release day in his breaks. You can grab your spots at gpsportcards.com, or you can order your own hobby boxes from his shop. We'll get into this in a minute, the pricing. I would do it. He'll deliver it to you anywhere in Canada. Dave, buy a house in Canada right now. And via his website, totalsportcards.com. You can always stop in the shop and pick up your boxes too. But before we get into the price, let's talk about the product. So this week we have one of the biggest hockey releases every year, 25-26 Ultimate. Comes out Wednesday. We're going to preview the checklist, some of the key card designs, tons of different sets. Like it would take hours to go through it all. But you can see the complete checklist on hockeychecklist.com. Like we always do, we're going to start with the base set. So there's 3 subsets in the base for 25-26 Ultimate. You have Veterans, Legends, and Ultimate Rookies autographs. The base Veterans, 75 players on the checklist. All base cards are serial numbered out of 149. Love that, right? It makes base more,
relevant?
I think, relevant, yeah. There's 4 different base parallels. You have gold out of 99, purple out of 35, platinum out of 5, and black 101. I like the base design this year. Do you guys dig it?
It's very outbursty. It's kind of
No
cool.
one's. Let's cut the chit chat a hole. No one's buying this for anything. We're like, oh, the base cards are really nice. Yeah, okay, go nuts, bud.
But it sets the tone for the overall design of the
That
product.
is
though.
a good. Fair. That's a very good point.
Okay, there's base legends, 25 players on the checklist. Same as far as all base are out of 149, and same parallels as vets. So there are 25 legends. Then you have the ultimate rookie autographs, 100 players on the checklist, which again is a lot, right? In sets, we typically have 50 rookies or 100 rookies. When there's 100, it means there will be a lot of who are you sort of hits, but comes with the territory. All these cards are numbered out of 299. Most of them have autos. A few don't. And if you want to see, one of the things that I love about our checklist site that we worked hard to do is in these cases, we denote every single card, whether it includes an auto or not. And so you can see that on hockeychecklist.com. From there, we'll move into autographs. Tons and tons of auto sets in Ultimate, more than 20. So again, we'll just highlight a couple. Ultimate signatures. This is a very nice looking auto. From my perspective, 50 players on the checklist, 1 in 7 box odds, a mix of vets and legends. And one of the things I like is there's no like short print, super short print. So same odds to hit every player. And you've got guys like Bobby Orr, which is pictured on YouTube, Connor McDavid, Yari Curry, Jerome McGinley, Teemu Solani, Wendell Clark. So some pretty decent names on that checklist. What do you think of this card, Phil?
Yeah, it's nice, it's simple, it's clean.
Mm-hmm.
I would be happy if I hit it in a box.
It's got a good spot for the auto too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do like that too. And there's nothing behind it, which again drives me crazy.
And they focused on I like some Ultimate and Premier cards. They if you look at the Ultimate logo in the top left, it wasn't a lazy design. Someone went out of their way to add the Boston color, to add the Boston colors underneath signatures. Those little details on cards give it the legs it needs. So this is a beautiful card in 10 years. This is a beautiful Bobby Orr autograph, hopefully at a reasonable price for somebody at the card show, right?
I agree. Good point on the color match there. They didn't show a lot of previews for auto sets, but they did show for a bunch of the multiplayer signature cards. And I thought there's some really interesting names, even though, again, they're going to be sticker autos because that's how Upper Deck rolls now with these. But Ultimate Quad signatures, these are all serial numbered out of 10. And there's 6 total cards on the checklist. Again, each card has 4 autos, and all of them are bangers. Like there's one of them's like Frank Mahovlich, Johnny Bauer, Daryl Sittler, Bore Salming.
No.
There's a Team USA themed one with AM34, the Kachuk brothers, and Jack Hughes.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the one that Louis is showing here is a Red Wings one with Ted Lindsay, Alec Delvecchio, Gordie Howe, and Steve Yzerman. I mean, these cards, if they could, some of these players have passed away, of course, but a card like this with all on-card autos would command big dollars.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Then they have there's 10 cards on the checklist. All are out of 15. Here's another Team USA one with Austin Matthews, Kyle Connor, Jack Eichel. There's also one that has Gretzky, Ovi, and Gordie Howe.
Ooh, that's a big one.
That's a huge one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big
Tons
one.
of rookie autos too. So again, you can go see them on the checklist site, hockeychecklist.com. But we got to get into memorabilia because that's what Ultimate is about. So
it's pretty loaded though. I mean, I'm a little impressed with how many they put some good effort in.
Yeah. They try to make the checklist a banger here.
Yeah,
I do like that they are adding team USA. I'm assuming there's some Team Canada auto type things as well.
I'd hope so.
That's in the second place category.
Yeah, I like that. I like how they're using that because might as well capitalize on that. That's fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be short lived, so enjoy it while you can, boys.
Of course, we know that, and that's why we're maximizing
every opportunity. Yeah,
America,
as much as possible.
We're the best.
Memorabilia is, of course, what Ultimate is known for, and the logical place to start is Shields and Shield autos. Again, it's pretty much what I think the core Ultimate brand is Shields. And there's 3 categories of Shields in Ultimate. You have vets, legends, and rookies. So veteran, Shield, and Shield autos, of course, all are 101. There's 50 players on the checklist. And again, we mark for everyone whether it includes an auto or not. Some of the big names on the checklist, you have Kopitar, probably last Shield right?
Maybe.
Well, I guess maybe
Plain
they'll do
day.
legend
Plain
one,
day
plain
shield.
days one.
Yeah.
Cale Makar, Connor McDavid, Macklin, Celebrini, Caulfield, AM34, Nathan McKinnon, Nick Suzuki, Bedard, Hellebuck, and Pasternak. Kopitar, McKinnon, Caulfield, and Pasta don't have autos. So those are just plain old shields. Next category is rookie shield and shield, or all our autos, which is great for the rookies. 60 total players on the checklist. Of course, all are serial numbered 101 and include all the big names, Schaefer, Demidov, Seneca, et al. A very nice design, I believe, this year for the shields.
Excellent card.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
There's
balanced.
$100,000 card right there.
Oh, yeah. Probably. Now into the category that probably interests us the most would be the Legends shields. So there's 6 new Legend shields in the 25-26 set. I would say a little bit weaker from this perspective, but we'll get into the updates after that. So you have Evgeny Nabokov, Marian Hossa, Brendan Shanahan with no auto, just the shield, Tuukka Rask, Chris Pronger, again with no auto, and Al Iafrate.
Pronger and Shanahan, no auto, and they're very in media. Everybody knows where Pronger is, and Shanahan. I wonder what the reason is there.
I don't know. Pronger's at every expo. It seems like that's kind of
Shanahan's loves Shanahan, so don't see why you wouldn't want an autograph out there.
Okay, Nabokov. Thank you, Babalui. Now here's the thing: there's a poop load of update shields, but before we get into the names, I want to bring this up. Is that so? This really makes me think about balancing updates versus redemptions. Nobody likes redemption, but when I go through all of these, it means that when you bought these products, these cards were never in it.
Right.
And it kind of makes me think that would a redemption be better than literally not ever, because there's some pretty big names on the update shields. And so maybe put a pin in that question and then you guys can answer me after I roll through the names.
Well, I do have an answer for it right away, which is I wonder how much Upper Deck knows for sure they're going to get those cards back. And so if you do a redemption, you might not be able to redeem that redemption. And then you know what they do when they don't have that card, they give you other cards to fulfill that redemption. And if you have a redemption for a shield, how much do they have to give you to redeem what would have been a shield?
To your point, Dave, the first update shield is a 2018. 8 years ago. Patrick Kane, 2 of them, an all-star skill shield and a regular shield card. Then you have a 2021 Patrick Kane shield auto, a 2022 Patrick Kane shield auto. So, I mean, there's 4 Patrick Kane shields.
Over 8 years to get one of those redeemed. If that was the case, I'm sure they would have given up.
What kind of lifestyle is Patrick Kane leading to hold on to a card for 8 years in a drawer like that?
Also, how did he still know where it was?
What's the condition of that card? You know, it's been in his house for 8 years.
It was in the spaghetti sauce jar.
He left it in the taxi. He left it in the cab.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Then there's some 2023 updates. You have Mikko Rantanen, Matthew Barzal, Morgan Frost, Dylan Cousins, and the Jackson Lacombe rookie shield. And a ton from 2024. This is where like the redemption versus not being in the product thing comes from. Check out this list from last year's product. Ovi, Panarin, Cale Makar, Nick Suzuki, Tim Stützle, Kaprizov, Sorokin, Sergei Bobrovsky, Paul Coffey, Luke Robitaille, and 3 rookies, Jet Lachenko, Matt Rempe, and Frank Nazar.
They need to talk to the NHLPA. That will only get so much worse. If cards are going to be part of pop culture more and more, I mean, we're hoping it's slowly catching on, but it's making a hard push. You can't have that rise in popularity and that drop of accountability, right? They need to talk. If this is a union thing and we have legal agreements, smarten up.
The NHLPA is the right
of dollars being exchanged. Do the thing. Do the thing. Be a professional, right? If you don't like to do it, then don't be part of the NHLPA. I don't know, whatever. I'm being drastic.
I agree. No, I agree with you spot on that the NHLPA is probably the responsible party because there's so much. There's only so much Upper Deck can do, and somebody has to put third-party pressure on the players.
I would feel horrible for whoever the liaison or the contact at Upper Deck to deal with it. What a nightmare! I mean, that's a nightmare job right there, right? You know, like dealing with all these prima donna athletes and you want me to sign what? It's part of the contract. Oh. I'll do later. 8 years later.
But the end result for this ultimate is, while I think the 6 like legend shields, I mean, the rookies it's a good rookie class, but now with these updates though, it's really strong. I mean, there's a lot of big shields in this product, so it makes it
that Schaefer alone is enough to drive the whole purchase of that
Sure.
product. That alone. So everything else is a nice bonus.
Beyond shields though, guys. There are some other really nice patches in Ultimate. There's a Legends Jumbo Patch Auto. Look at this Mario Lemieux.
Oh my goodness. I will fight you all for it. Fight.
Well, and there's 3, so I wonder if you could get the CC and the M.
Oh my
I'll
gosh.
probably find it and sell it to you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, he probably will.
Yeah, that's
What a card. This makes me want to collect Mario.
Yeah,
that
it's
is
awesome.
Do you know if there's other? I mean, I'm guessing you're going by stock photo, but I wonder if there are other players, legends that have this exact.
I don't know. So this particular set has 14 players on the checklist. All cards are serial numbered out of 3, and there are some really good names. There's Lemieux, Marian Hossa, Roenick, Henrik Lundqvist, and Steve Shutt. Now, Steve Shutt is in Kings memorabilia, so it's Kings Legends, Steve Shutt.
Okay.
In that case,
it would be amazing if all of those had that CCM.
Yeah.
That's why it's out of 3.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Oh.
That would be amazing.
Throw me a little champion sticker or something from the hats back in the day, or starter.
Now you got a new set to collect, Dave. After a lot of team,
go broke.
You go back to work.
Yeah.
Rebecca,
Sorry.
I'm starting my job again.
I'm back at it again. I need money.
Here's a really nice rookie patch auto. It's the Ultimate Rookies Patch Auto. 61 players on the checklist. Out of 99 or out of 49, of course, the bigger names are going to be out of 49. And again, I think it's a nice design. They're very big on the dashes on the side, so I don't know if that will.
Kind of an ultimate.
Yeah, that's
it's an ultimate thing to have those dashes.
Yeah.
And then the last one we'll look at is Ultimate Heroes. It's a patch auto set that has some more legends. Base are out of 35 or 50, and then there's a black parallel out of 5 or 3. Some great names on the checklist. You got Doug Gilmour, Joe Sakic, Martin Brodeur, Steve Nash, Serge Savard, Steve Yzerman, and of course we're looking at a Gretzky here. I think a really cool design to the card.
Yeah.
Tons more memorabilia that, again, you can see on hockeychecklist.com. So here's what you can expect if you buy a box of 25-26 Ultimate. You get 3 autograph, premium memorabilia, premium tech, and or autograph memorabilia cards. 1 base set numbered Ultimate Introduction or unsigned Ultimate Rookie card on average. There's 4 cards in a box. So here's the pre-sale pricing. Here in the USA at Dave & Adams, it's $350 US. So again, for 4 cards, it's roughly $87.50 a card.
How much is it for a box?
$350 US. Stupid.
Now, here's where 2 people on the screen go into nuclear explosion rage bait mode. In Canada, at Grand Shop, totalsportcards.com, 300 Canadian, which is the equivalent of $213 US. What is happening?
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's 350 versus 213. Canada and the US.
Sucks to be you guys. Finally, another win for Canada. Yeah, you're only ahead of us by 1,000 points, but we're making our way. Don't call it a comeback. Yeah.
Something's got to change here. It's getting to the point of where it's almost double in the US to buy a hockey box than it is in Canada.
Also, US doesn't even freaking get their boxes on time to begin with.
Yeah, it's like a week late.
We don't even have Parkhurst in the US. It's been out for 3 days, 4 days, and we don't even
None
have
of our hobby
Parkhurst
shops here in Minnesota have it.
Well,
nobody has it. I can't even do a video because nobody has freaking Parkhurst. So it's like, and we got to pay up the wazoo for it. Stupid.
I'll trade you hospital wait times for cheaper hockey card boxes.
Yeah, well, I mean, good point. Let's not. But
yeah, Josh, Josh was like, "Oh, I'm not waiting an hour," so he went to a different hospital like last year when they were going. An hour was too long. My brother waited 9 hours for a kidney stone keeled over. Yeah, it's amazing. But I can buy cheap hockey boxes while I wait at the hospital.
I will have my friends buy some boxes for me in Canada and hold on to them, and I'll pick it up from them when I see them.
That's really unfortunate, boys. Like, all jokes aside,
I'm not buying any boxes for that.
What's the big gap?
Upper Deck says secondary market pricing, but I think at some point they have to, because this works if it's pre-internet and nobody in America knows anybody in Canada, and it's naive or ignorance is bliss, right?
That's why we need our underground hockey card box railway.
Yeah,
because you think about it, let's take an honest look at this.
That's crazy.
You buy a single box, or let's say you even buy 4 boxes. Generally, you're not going to hit anything massive. Like, there's massive cards in this, but you kind of have to buy a case to hit some really nice cards. So you spend $350 on a box of Ultimate. 95% of those boxes, you're going to get about $30 in value. So you just get destroyed. So
is that David Adams setting the price? That's a big difference.
Probably.
I think a lot of it, what happens is David Adams and Steel City set the price, which is about the same, and then everyone else follows suits. Now, I have found a couple of hobby shops down here who kind of don't really pay attention, and so every once in a while I've been able to find a box or two for a much more reasonable price, but everyone else kind of goes, well, David Adams is selling it for this price, so we'll also
we don't know
at that price.
We don't know if Upper Deck sells the same price to the distributors in Canada and the same price to the Americans.
I believe they do.
Oh, well, then that's an American. That's your resellers then. Yeah.
Well, yes, and so there's a couple things again, we have no inside information, and I don't think Upper Deck would ever tell us the real info anyways. But I have 2 thoughts on this. The first is, at some point, I know Upper Deck likes to do hands off, like we let the secondary market, but at some point, don't they have to get involved if it continues to get bigger and bigger? And then the other thing I kind of wonder about, this isn't going to make anyone happy, but so if you look at it from a purely economic standpoint, supply and demand, right? Unless there's price manipulation happening, maybe one of the is hockey really growing that much in the US where the demand is outstripping supply and it's driving up prices? I don't know. I haven't, there's nothing that that. We know all sports cards are up. We know that sports are it's kind of the only relevant live TV left.
They're shooting their shot. And they'll bring it down as, which
I
is
think
slimy.
exactly what Phil's saying. And some of the products we've started too low and we've shot ourselves in the foot. So let's start too high on purpose. And then if we're not selling any boxes, we'll bring it down.
If I wasn't a card collector and I didn't have feelings involved, I would exactly work within the lines of legalities. I would put it at 1,000. Fine. If you don't want to buy it, if the first week goes poor, I'll put it at 800. Second week, 600. People are still buying it. It's a gross way of doing business, but it's a way.
Yeah, I don't. Well, and I think too, if the goal is to do this big expansion and blowout and grow the hockey hobby in America and really take advantage of all the momentum behind sports cards, it's I think as Upper Deck, I would want to have some sort of, but maybe the answer is, well, say compared to the equivalent product in baseball, it's
that's
10
that.
times
So when
cheaper
you have
anyways.
people with no
know.
skin in the game and P&L reports in front of their desk, they're going to see hockey has the highest ceiling to grow, and we're going to push it. And what do you like Steve Jobs? What he always says, people don't tell me what they want. I tell them what they want. There's nothing. I like Steve Jobs, but that's disgusting. I hate that comment.
I've always,
he was ruthless.
Yeah, but that's what I think. That's what a lot of people are doing. They'll, you get to a certain bracket of business, you tell people what they want, right? You believe your own hype a bit. I don't know. Maybe we're getting way too deep. Maybe someone's just trying to make a buck, and that's it.
I have always bought at least a half case of Ultimate, and it's just, I'm priced out at that price. It's just not feasible.
Same with flagship
Ridiculous.
up here, Dave. I won't. I didn't even buy the Team Canada box. I refuse.
I don't think I've ever spent more than on release, more than $225 a box for Ultimate. That's normally what it is. And so $350 is just outrageous.
There's a good spin on this, boys. There really is. There's a really good part of this. All the money I'm saving or not spending on boxes we are diehard collectors. Where's that money going? It's not going into my
going to
card payment.
cards.
Well, I don't have
Yeah.
one. It's going back into singles. So it's no sweat off my back. That's why I think I can, aside from the fact that I like to buy a case of Flagship, or I used to, and have that little day to myself for what I love about hockey cards. That aside, so that's gone. But now I can look with my other singles. I can spend that money elsewhere in the hobby. So it's not all bad.
It's true. It's not all bad,
on.
but at the same time, it's a part of the hobby I really enjoy, which is opening boxes. And I feel like I'm getting completely priced out of that joy. And so now it's like, well, you took 50% of the joy of my hobby and you just kicked me right between the.
Yeah, and I don't want to, I think we got to be careful because maybe there's a new reality to where pricing are at. And I don't want to be the people that always just complain about the price of stuff, because at some point that becomes unproductive. Again, people vote. The only vote that counts is what we vote with our wallets, and our individual votes don't count as much as the sum total of the hobby, and that will direct Upper Deck or the distributors or David Adams or all the hobby shops one way or the other, right? If nobody buys it at $350, then the price will come down because nobody wants it to sit on their shelves. They have to move the boxes. But what's irritating me more than, at this point, $350 a box, fine, right? It's the price disparity between, like, Winnipeg is like 6 hours north of me.
Right.
And
I think
it's
that's
almost
where
worth the gas to go buy it there.
That's where it's the problem. Because if Canada was at $450 a box, you'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's just what the market is setting. It's the difference where we're going, wow, it's over $100 more. And it's not like just this set. It's just been set after set after set after set. The last like 5 big sets that have come out, it's the same exact story. So it's more of me just being pissed off at America and the way that this trend is going than the hobby in general. Because if I lived in Canada, I would still be buying the way that I was buying in the past. Because yes, in Canada at $300 a box, that's $225 US. That would be right in the same area that I'm used to buying boxes at.
Yeah. And
so
I'm going to make this comment with a big disclaimer, because yes, we are a breaker now. And so we have to acknowledge that. But at $350 a box here in the US, I'm probably more inclined to join a break than I am to buy. And again, I mean, we can talk about, and that will make a lot of people sad, because people are sad that the hobby, that's kind of where wax is headed. We're geared toward, and I totally acknowledge that. And, I would love a perfect world where you could be, I like to buy singles, I like to open wax, or I like to be in breaks, and that anyone can participate in that freely, right? That none of those categories would be at the expense of any of the other. But that's sort of a utopian perspective, probably. So overall, though, back to the product, very impressed. A lot of big hits, and I'm sure that there'll be some big banger cards. And the one person that hits the Schaefer Shield won't care if the box was $200, $1,200.
Yeah.
That's one person.
I'm not saying accept it, but I'm enjoying the hype parts, right? So if someone hits the Schaefer big one, I want to be happy for that person. I want to make the jokes. Well, I guess Ultimate's going to be less than half price now because the big cards hit. Though, and I'm not being serious, but I'm half serious, and enjoy the journey of the silliness, right? Like, we're in such a ridiculous time of transition. Upper Deck's figuring things out. David Adams is figuring things out. How are they figuring things out? They're shooting for the moon. Like, just let people figure things out. Let things roll out. We're in a very big transitional phase. We're going to look back in 10 years and say, holy crap, that was bonkers. Like, how did we get through that? Just enjoy it. Enjoy the ridiculousness. I'm not saying enjoy the high prices. That sucks. That is crap. But accepting that, and then jump onto a break in Canada and get into the comments, make fun of Canadians, have fun with it, like, have good banter, no
think
one's
Dave's
dying.
moving to Canada so he can be a
I
wax.
know.
No one got a cancer diagnosis, right? Like no one,
Yeah.
I'm sorry if you did, but go buy a box of hockey cards. You'll feel better. No one is dying. This is all very first world problems.
We talk about what I'm going to say is we talk about in private or off recording all the time and kind of what we want our show to be. And yes, we're also sponsored by Upper Deck. I get that, but I think we are being. I mean, we're critical about the price disparity. I mean, that's that I don't like that, and I hope it gets addressed.
Well, it's not their fault.
But maybe there's something they can do about it. So I would ask them to look into that. Overall, though, and we decided a long time ago that listen, there's content people out there, and God bless them, and I'm sure there's a place for them, and I'm not throwing shade, but there's like 5 topics that you can recycle over and over again. PSA is ruining the hobby. Breakers are ruining the hobby. Whatever else is ruining it. And we don't want that to be. We love collecting. We want to more celebrate the hobby, be critical where necessary, but in a constructive way, right? That's kind of our mode.
So the moral of the story is find some friends in Canada who can get some cheap wax.
Join our Discord.
And
join the Discord. We have lots of Canadians in there, and you can make friends.
Plan trips to Canada and go up there and buy some wax.
Maybe we're looking at this all wrong. Maybe this is a great way to grow our Discord.
Wait, you guys can stay down there. We're good. Thank you.
Okay.
Feels like you got to come up to Canada for the fall and hang out with me. So now maybe I'm just gonna have to plan that trip sooner than later. Philip.
Oh, okay. Last thing on this. Given that hockey and collecting is Canada's kind of thing overall, if this situation was reversed and it was almost double in Canada and then in the US, I think the hobby would be in implosion mode right now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it wouldn't go well, right? Because it wouldn't go well. It has to be. I said it's not Upper Deck's fault, but you said a good answer. They can help guide this to the right way for the end user, the consumer, us, to have some affordable boxes, right?
Yeah. Okay, you ready for mailbag?
Okay, Gongshow Mailbag time. Thank you, Josh. All right, leading us off is from Discord, Monty. Hey, Monty. Gentlemen, welcome to Shark Tank. Today I'm seeking a hypothetical investment in a new Upper Deck product. My pitch, a set built entirely around alternate jerseys from that year. Third jerseys, stadium series, reverse retro, etc. No home or road jerseys. Every card design is tailored to each team's alternate color palette, making the patches and memorabilia the focal point. You spelled color wrong. Even the autographs could use paint pens matched to the team's colors. I'd lean fully into the theme with inserts like whiteout, blackout, neon, and true color. I'd even bring back Upper Deck Black, UD Black as a subset. Now my question to you, Sharks. Would you buy a box of Upper Deck Chroma? I like it, Monty, but I probably wouldn't buy a box. I'd wait for my friends to buy a box, and then I would make a decision. Louis, what do you think?
I'm in. Sounds fun. I like alternate stuff. That's awesome.
David?
Yeah, generally the alternate jerseys are pretty cool looking, so it's not a terrible idea. I'd definitely buy a box for sure.
Finish us off there, Joshy Poo. What do you think?
I like the idea. I think it's a good idea, actually. And if there was some sweet inserts and parallels, I'm in. I'll buy a box.
Nice. Good job, Monty. So you have 3 buyers and one maybe. All right, Discord. Hamza. What's up, buddy? Hello, gentlemen. Hello, Hamza. First, I would like to say I hope that you have enjoyed the beauty that is my hometown of Halifax. We had an amazing time. I think I can say that for everybody. I am sad I was not able to attend the inaugural Halifax Expo and meet you in person, but I am sure the Maritimes treated you well. They did, and we are also, probably me the most. I would love to shake your hand, Hamza. You've been a great supporter since day one. As for my question, I was wondering if you had any idea on how Upper Deck chooses which photos it uses for international sets. I would assume NHL run international tournaments would be the easiest. However, I noticed in the new 2026 Team Canada set that only the legends are photos from the Canada Cup, World Cup of Hockey, which are NHL, but the base set is from the IIHF World Championships. How does that work? I have no idea. It's a Josh question. We'll let him answer.
Well, I don't know how to answer his exact question, but I can give sort of the general answer. First of all, I know Upper Deck has a deep image library that since 1990, that they've been collecting. They're constantly adding to it via a network of photographers that they have in place all over the world. And so I sometimes in cases we know, like especially when it comes to young guns and getting those out there, they might only have 1 or 2 games to get the right photo. So they use that to build their image library, and then they have photo coordinators who pick images for each set and cards as they build products.
There you go. Good answer. Thank you, Hamza. Next question, Discord, Blockhead. Any thoughts on this class action that popped up over the weekend? A former PSA grader with claims including no breaks. I don't get that.
Yeah, I don't know what the no breaks thing means. And here's what I always say about lawsuits is that a company like PSA or Fanatics or Upper Deck, they probably get sued every day. And anyone can bring a lawsuit. What I think as collectors, where they get interesting, and in the case, and I'm not a lawyer either, but in the case of a class action lawsuit, that I believe they have to be accepted by the court as viable and able to proceed. And so I think you have to let these new lawsuits aren't as interesting as more ones that are more played out. And
it's not a smoking gun. I feel like a lot of YouTube channels and social media on Twitter, as soon as they hear lawsuit and things are being filed, we don't know a lot about like legal procedure. So I think people think, oh, it's a smoking gun, right? But what I'm hearing is you can get sued quite easily in America, and it's not a smoking gun.
I think what he meant by no breaks is they weren't allowed to take breaks.
Oh,
like they had to work like 8-hour shift and never had a chance to. You know how like most companies, it's like every 2 hours of work you get a 15-minute break.
I think it's a federal law for 4 hours of work.
Yeah, that makes me listen. That makes me.
I know. Me and Phil, who come from a different.
I'm sorry. From my experience, anyone who complains about that usually doesn't have merit to their claim. It's like, so you don't like hard work. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely, in an 8-hour day, the only break I'm taking is my lunch break, and that's it.
Get out of here. Yeah.
I thought at your company, Dave, you get hour bathroom breaks.
Well, it depends on who's.
If you're one of the owners, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Blockhead. Sorry we couldn't have better answers for you. Good enough, though. Next, Strider from Discord. Hey, fellas. Hey, Strider. What are your thoughts on unpriced cards and display cases at shows? I feel like it should be a common courtesy to price your cards ahead of a show so I know where your baseline is. Having to ask for prices on every card only for the vendor to whip out his phone to do instant comps would have me moving in quickly. Dave, you seem to want to say something.
Okay, so this is a big pet peeve of mine. And generally speaking, if I walk up and I see your case and there are no prices on it, I just keep walking. I don't even bother because one, it just, now I'm like exactly what this person said. Like, you're like, how much for that card? And they're like, let me check. And then they pull up a spreadsheet or they open the case and they look on the back of the card. I have never dealt with someone who does not have prices on their cards where they're reasonably priced. And I think maybe that's why they don't have prices on their cards, but I generally just move on. So do yourself a favor and put prices on cards.
I'm like Dave. I move by, or I'll just pass by them usually unless there's something in there I really, really want. I like them. I love to have prices on there because it just gives me a starting point for negotiations because I can tell how high priced they are out of the gate.
It happened to me in Halifax. There was no prices on the cards. I saw a card that I was like, oh my gosh, that card's amazing. And I asked them and they told me, and then I was like, okay, moving on.
Josh, do you like no sticker prices?
No, it bugs me too, because a lot of times people pull like Card Ladder and they'll reference an eBay comp and then you don't know if it's paid for. Now I got to pull out my phone and look on the mobile Terapeak, which is terrible. That's eBay's fault, and to see if that's a real comp or not. And it's a lot of maybe they just priced their cards and gave me a frame of reference. We could have avoided all of that.
So all three of you brought up a good point. I when I read this question from Strider, I assumed it was like 80% of the cards are priced and 20% aren't. And that's kind of how I took the question. Now, the reason I think a lot of dealers don't price some of the higher end cards is because they want to strike a conversation. They want to explain their reasoning. Usually it's also a PC card. where you have to throw them an offer because it's part of their card, right? A lot of dealers do that. A lot of guys. I did that when I set up in Ottawa. I would put a couple Alfreds in or Brady Kachucks in. I put a Kachuk Shield 101. People would say, how much? I'd say 10,000.
Yeah,
Like,
but I think what he's saying, Phil, is like they have no clue. It's like I'm
that's
totally on
different.
board.
That would annoy me if if it's a $60, if it's like an orange checkers of Crosby from 2020, and he doesn't have a price on it. Yeah, I'd move on too. That's ridiculous.
Well, okay, let's compare your juice boys. You know, most of them don't have prices on cards, but when you ask them, they know exactly how much it is, and they have a price in mind. So they know, just like you said, they can strike it. So that's very different than what's the price on this? And okay, let me check.
Yeah, if you have a bunch of low mid range, like usually if the cards are pretty pricey or higher end, people know off the bat. If you have like a bunch of under $100 cards and there's 50 of them in your case and you have no sticker on it, yes, I totally agree with you. I wouldn't even look. I wouldn't even bother. There's no point. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Strider. Next one, Discord. My Bedsy PC. Hello, frenemy.
From down under.
Yeah. Good day, gents. With it being show season, like card show season, I thought I would ask all of you to do your show's do's and don'ts. Also, for the people traveling to the shows, what do you recommend they bring? Can be cards, accessories, deodorant, etc. It's always interesting to hear how everyone prepares for shows. Bring on the National. He's excited. Louis, what do you think?
After the last few years, I've figured out having cash on you, that's the best thing. You mentioned deodorant. That's a good idea for a lot of people. Lately, I've been going into all these shows. I have these ideas of what I want, but going into it without a plan usually works the best for me.
Right on.
Let it come to
next. I'll go next. I don't know what to prepare. Just bring comfortable shoes as it's lame, but that's the most important for me. I'll just go right to what annoys me. When I'm looking at cards and there are grown men, I'll give teenagers a pass. Grown men, older, younger, same age as me, with your stupid cases on the seller's case. I almost blame the dealer as much because they just keep talking. I can't tell you how many times I'm looking at $1,000 card, and these jabronis with their stupid Pelican cases are sitting in the middle of the case. The dealer's not paying any attention to his surroundings, nothing, and they're but discussing a $40 card. I understand hierarchy of a lineup. I get it. But if you don't have the awareness as a dealer, I won't even take it as the patron anymore. I don't even care about the shopper. If you don't have the awareness as a dealer to ask the person you're talking to take their case off of what you're trying to sell, you deserve everything you get. You deserve to have guys like me walk by and not buy your silly card, even though I'll probably circle back and come get it. But it's silly, and you need to stop it. Make cases on display cards bad. It's a bad thing. Stop it. Okay, that's it. That's what I feel strongly about. Josh, what do you think?
I agree with Louis, like having cash, and I never do. So I'm terrible at this. Is probably the best way to go.
You don't.
Yeah, none of
you just have to hit me
enough
on the first day.
Yeah,
none of you guys bring enough.
I
bring I'm not saying it, but I bring more than enough.
You're flush with cash.
I've never.
But I see cash isn't a part of my existence, so it's like very foreign. Like I never have cash of any kind of any sort, and so it's very out of my routine.
But can't you go to the? But like if at every expo you borrow and you finish the cash you have, you borrow cash, you go to the bank to get cash. It's always an issue. Always. Wouldn't the next expo you just add $5,000 to that so you don't have those problems?
I'm not going to disagree with you. One thing though about, and I'm not sure if it's similar in Canada.
Yeah.
Our banking system has. I went 4 years without ever walking into a bank. Like you literally never have to go to a bank here in America.
I'm in a bank 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, so it's just again, but it's the best advice. And then the deodorant, of course, but I would actually expand on that. Like my bag, I always have breath mints, deodorant, and like I used to tease the kids when they were little. We call it man spray. Like my daughter, I would run around and spray her with man spray and be like, "You're getting sprayed with man spray," and she would run, but because I'm terrified of being stinky in any regard at a show.
Yeah, no one wants to be around the stinky guy. Coffee breath is coffee breath. There's not much you can do about that. But if you have like halitosis, maybe you should floss.
But if you have mints, though, you can always,
Mints are good. Mints mask it. It's a good Band-Aid.
Well, you put them
also,
under
they
your
asked
armpits.
about bringing cards. I would say that it kind of depends on what your goals are for it.
Yeah.
The first expo I went to, I brought a bunch of cards. They never came out once. And I realized that's just not my style at these shows. Whereas Chandler, every time he buys a card, he's trying to get rid of cards as part of getting the card.
Yeah.
So kind of depends on your style. And you kind of need, I would say, bring them and just kind of see where it goes. And then you'll kind of know and you'll figure out what your style is. So be prepared with cash. Be prepared with cards.
I get stressed out when I'm walking around with my cards because it's just another variable to lose. It's another like, oh, you don't like my cards? Like, you don't want to trade for my cards? I love my card.
But I'm saying that's why when you go to your first one, you kind of figure out what your
style,
for everything. You figure out your style, and then for future ones.
Good call. Good answers from all the boys here. Good question, Bedsy PC. Okay, Discord, headphone activist. Hey guys, hey headphone. With the salary cap rising and contracts reaching new highs, do you think this is evidence that the NHL is experiencing healthy long-term popularity? Also, do you view these larger players' salaries as a positive or negative? I hope you're all having a great summer. I hope you are having a great summer too, headphone. Josh, why don't you start us off?
Well, I think it clearly is because the CBA, they attach the salary cap to the percentage of revenue. So it means that the revenue that hockey is growing in the NHL. Right now, is it growing because they're just charging more to existing fans, or the fan base is growing? I probably think it's a little bit of both. If I had to guess, but
like I'll jump in with you. Like I'm thinking, isn't it possible that the salary cap is growing? So you have two things, right? The salary cap's going too high. Well, who's paying for that? The TV deals. We are paying for that. We pay more for cable. We pay more for packages. We pay more for beer. We pay more for parking. It's all comes down to us, right? Mm-hmm. So if the players' salaries are exponentially growing, like what's the ratio of growth compared to the past? Is it sustainable? Right? Like, are these contracts sustainable?
I mean, we're still way below the other sports. I mean, way below
the viewership. The other, like, look at anyway. I'm not going to go there. But Louis, what do you think?
I don't know. I go back and forth whether it's good or bad. I'll say it's good for the hockey players though, because at least they're getting some money other than the salaries other sports are giving out. Other than Angel Reese will never be happy.
Oh yeah, she's a miserable woman, eh? She is not a happy girl. It's crazy. Look at like PK Subban. In one contract, Leo Carlson's going to make more than PK Subban did in his whole career. Something like that, right? That's what I'm saying. It's getting nutty. Like,
what did Wayne Gretzky make? Like $5 million his whole career or something like that.
Well, that for salary, not sponsorships. God,
well,
knows. Probably still ahead of everybody. Yeah. Anyways, all right, here we go. Next question. Discord, East Coast 76. We might know him. You suddenly have $5,000 to spend on cards. What are you buying and why? That's your best question, Rolo. Oh, that's not Rolo. I always get it confused. East Coast is Dwayne. Dwayne.
Yeah.
I'm I don't know. Crosby Auto. That's what I'm buying. Josh, what are you buying?
Probably something from 2012 Fleer Retro, but that's pretty obvious for me.
Good answer. Dave, do you have anything off the top of your mind?
I would use it to fund the all-time Future Watch auto of Gretzky.
That's good. Oh, I know what I would buy. I would buy the ridiculously overpriced Epic Signatures of Maurice Richard, which is about 5,000. Everybody else is about 1,000, but Maurice Richard's 5,000 because one comp. Anyway, thank you for the question, Dwayner. Mr. Brinklow, next question. Yeah, it's more of a rant. Every year I collect an insert that I find interesting on top of the entire flagship set, 1 to 750. This year I specifically collected tins to work on the Orange Dazzler subset, only to find out that there's no Orange Dazzlers released for extended. Yet the other colors are. Why on earth would Upper Deck do that to collectors, Billy? Released for Series 1 and 2, but not for extended? It's extremely discouraging. I find this very discouraging as well. Maybe Billy choked on a tangerine one day and it almost took him out, so he doesn't like the color orange anymore. I don't know. Josh, do you have a better answer than me?
I think you're right. I know that when Upper Deck with their flagship products that they still do build the products in mind for set collectors, and my guess is that it's a miss that they just say, yeah, we.
I know I'm forgetting something.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is.
Yep.
Print it. Yeah. Okay. Instagram, Travis Hunter _29. Could you do a ranking of the best hobby boxes to buy? Sure. Number 1, 22-23 Parker's Champions. List over. Louis, what do you think?
No, I can't, but I'll start with yours as number 1.
Okay, good. Dave, off top of your head, anything?
Gee, I really enjoyed the 26 Team Canada as far as what I'm getting so priced out of everything. That one was I felt like a good buy, and you got a really good product from that. So
it's a bit of a troll, The American likes the Canadian product.
Yeah, no kidding.
Backup Ultimate.
No kidding.
That's terrible.
I'll tell you what, it's not on the list.
Josh, do you have a ranking off the top of your head there?
Well, I think for Travis's question, it depends on your goals. Like, what do you want out of a box? And my goal is typically value, like where you can hit good cards and feel like that you get relative to other boxes a good value. So I think Metal Universe the last couple of years has been one of the best, if you like the cards, one of the best values of boxes you can buy. And then as we've mentioned this before too, but in the past few months, the 2023 products are starting to come down a little bit. And so if you're priced out of the Bedard chase and maybe want to get back into that a little bit, there's some good opportunity there.
There you go.
Now, Phil, would you be on the same page as me for this one with 22-23? I don't know if we've ever just like really spelled it out, but for value in that, the patches are the best of the Parkhurst, I think, in there. The autos are sick, and the patch autos are awesome. Either one, even if you just have an auto out of 25 or 10, that to me is spot on.
I got totally the blue autos too, the blue border autos, which are amazing.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice. I full agreement, Louis.
Okay.
Next question. Mad Dog, Knox Cards. Question, comment for the next episode. Well, here we are. Is it possible that the reason prices are going up is because the NHL is charging Upper Deck more for licensing? I think this is the one factor we might be overlooking. I have no idea. We'll let Josh take this one.
That could be a factor. But I think it's more about, like we talked about with Ultimate, about distribution and secondary market stuff going on.
Okay.
Yeah, because if Canada was getting, Ultimate boxes and they were selling for 400, then yeah, maybe that's something to look at. But Canada is still reasonably priced. It's just America that's out of balance. So I don't think so.
Thanks, Knox Cards. Next question, Discord. Mad Dog Nav 78. How do you feel about serial numbered cards that are not specifically numbered? For example, 11/151 versus 1 out of 51. I don't get it.
I think he's saying, do you want the card to be 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, or just be 1 out of 10 on every card?
It's the difference between stating the print run and actually printing the serial number of the card.
No, I want the print run.
I want the number. Yeah. So if it's
serial number.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I want it with the high gloss and exclusive way.
So he's probably talking about Parkhurst and I think that here's my understanding. I could be wrong, and Upper Deck might chime in and correct us. But when you're a product manager and you build a set like Parkhurst, you have to you get a budget, and then you spend that budget accordingly. And you might want to do a fancy insert that's really expensive, and that means you have less to spend on in other areas. The serial numbers are they cost money, right, to have them individually printed and foiled. And so maybe one way to save money in one area to spend more money in another area is to say, instead of the exact serial number out of 151, just to say this is one of 151 cards produced and print that on every one of the 151 cards, which I don't love that. I would prefer either just to have it be a ratioed insert or have it have a serial number.
It's the difference of me buying a card or not. Like it really is. It really is. If it's not serial numbered, and I know it's a short print or it's I generally don't buy it. I want what
certainty?
strokes my ego to be on the card.
Fair.
It's also confusing because if I were to read on the back of the card, it says 1 of 151. I go, oh, there's 151 cards in the checklist. This is one.
Yes, and in a lot of like the mid 2000 sets, that was the case. So like 2012 for retro, like that'll be the numbering, right? 1 of 31 cards on.
Do you think they're trying? So think about it. If Upper Deck's trying things 3-5 years in advance, maybe they're just trying to see how the market will react to this new way. Do not let it. Nope. Spend the money. I don't care. I don't care. You have to spend the money.
I would find somewhere else to save money,
Yes,
not on the serial number stamp, because I think that makes a big difference.
That makes me really, really nervous. That is do save money somewhere else.
Save.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question.
Take it out of Billy's salary. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be okay. Discord Blockhead again. Design one value cheap insert or set. For example, First Steps, and it's baby pictures of the players, and one premium set. No, I don't want baby pictures of the players. Is it a quest? What's going on?
One.
I just want to see. He just says like you come up with a premium set and a cheap insert set, like idea, a concept.
Just red ears, Josh.
Well, Josh, you can lead us off.
Okay, so my value one would be Moncton Legends.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
And then for premium set, I like the idea of like a milestones patch auto. So like jersey piece from their first goal or 500th game, 1,000th point, etc. And it kind of expand on the debut jersey thing.
I like it.
That's
or
good.
a card, a cool insert card would be like my hometown barn, and have like a kid's picture, kind of like the Timbits. Mm-hmm. Have a kid, something nostalgic and comfy, cozy for the player I could get behind. Yeah. Anyone else? I feel like if I understood the question better, I would have had a better answer. I'm sorry, Blockhead.
Josh,
it's the organic interfaces. It's not your question.
Can you make a note, save this one, and we'll drop it in again?
There you go.
It's kind of fun.
We'll do a better one next time.
Okay.
Thanks, Blockhead. Okay, Instagram, the Arctic Ripper. What's the most overhyped hockey card set in the last 3 years? Josh can go first because it's my answer.
It's certainly not EX2000, so nobody's allowed to say that because that is blasphemy and that's against the Gongshow brand.
Yeah, I'm definitely not picking EX2000. Louis?
No, wait. I got my real answer though is I would probably say Ingrained Icons. Mainly because it was the follow up as the first Legend set after SP Legends, and I don't know what Upper Deck could have done to top it, but to me, not that Ingrained Icons is bad, it just is too tough to live up to.
Yeah, it was hard. It was a very, very, very expensive box too.
Yeah.
All right, next question. A Beaver of Canada, my favorite.
Okay, I didn't like Black Diamond.
Oh,
Okay.
Sorry, Louis. Black Diamond there. Yeah, that's also very expensive. Discord, a Beaver of Canada. What do you all think of the older Panini cards? What would your top 3 Panini sets be? I've been looking to collect these cards and more. No, these cards more. Love the select cards Phil showed off Friday night. You're welcome. Louis, what do you think?
Well, funny, Josh and I were just talking about this even last night. I'm Dominion autos and their patch autos too.
Right on.
Panini.
Mine would be Select Fire on Ice. And I'm sorry, I have such a massive soft spot for the 2013-14 Panini Contenders set in its entirety. That's the first set my son Cole really, really stuck on. I mean, we was always in the card shop, but something about the color scheme and the design of the Panini Contenders, Cole started coming over more and seeing what I was doing. So that's very, very close to my heart when my 4-year-old son was walking over to open that. Nothing in particular. I mean, the cards are great too, but it's very sentimental for me. Josh?
Oh, I love the 2-3 years of Panini products. All the Prisms. Like Phil and I, we both collect those. The Dominion patch autos, the National Treasures are awesome as well.
Dave, anything off the top of your head?
I mean, yeah, I generally don't look at older sets, and obviously Panini would be one of them, but I have picked up some Panini cards. There's been some really cool autos, dual auto cards that I picked up, and so every time I see it, yeah, they're pretty
There's
cool.
some good Robitaille cards in all the Panini products.
There is. Yep. So I picked up a few.
All right. Next question. Isles collector. Phil Kessel's Day with the Cup card is legendary, but many of them are kind of boring. You don't even know what you're looking at. If you could stage a photo of yourself in the Stanley Cup for a hockey card, what would you do? Louis.
I know what I would do.
I'd go skydiving.
All right.
I would want the picture of that to be your face when you drop the cup.
No, I'd hold it. It'd be strapped on, bro.
Yeah.
You use the strap on?
Can I borrow yours?
Would you mount the cup?
Gross.
Or would you mount the cup to the back of you? I'd kind of want to see the first one.
We should move on.
Yeah.
So I'd probably, mine's cheesy. I'd probably just call all my high school friends and family. Nah, maybe not that last part. I'd call all my high school friends and I'd go to Jack Sherrill Rink in Glencairn in Canada, and I would set up a time. I'd get pizza and I would make it a party, and I would want one big group photo where I used to play hockey as a kid. Center ice. And I'd want it as a hockey card. Dave?
I would definitely be on a wave surfing with the cup in my arms.
Yeah?
That
I'd
would
like
be
to
sick.
see that happen, actually.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
How many takes would that be? So we don't have... Next question. Thank you, Isles Collector. Next question.
I would have scuba divers ready, so when I drop in and sinks to the bottom, we can go find it real quick.
Instagram, Alex Hockey Cards. Question for Phil, since it's not as big in the USA. Do you follow box lacrosse? Do you go to Black Bears games? I follow mostly Junior B and Nepean Knights would be closest to you. It's good to know they're still there. I think it's way more rougher than hockey since it takes a different breed to play lacrosse, and the parents are worse and more obnoxious than hockey parents are. I can speak to this. So I do love lacrosse. I don't know a lot about it. We had the Ottawa Rebel for 2 years, 25 years ago. I went to almost every single game. It is very violent. It is full of combat. It is full of skill. In case anyone's wondering, box lacrosse is just played in an arena. It's not field lacrosse. It's the same game, but it's not. Yeah, it was incredible. When the Rebel left, I kind of didn't think about lacrosse again. It's unfortunate because that really popped up a lot of little leagues in Canada where I live. One of my buddies joined the leagues. He loved it, but then the league left when the Rebel left. So I'm judging by what you said here, Black Bear games. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll Google it. Do we have a lacrosse team still? I don't know. I'll look into it. But thanks, Alex. I'll definitely ponder that a bit further. But I do love lacrosse. I do love it. All right, second last question. Brian Kling. It's a nice short one. Thanks, Brian. What do you think influences the rookie chase tax more? Collectors excited to buy immediately, or sellers and flippers pricing cards to recover the cost of the box break? I would argue the second. Phil likes to say gone are the days of pulling a Makar Young Gun in a $70 box, but I don't understand why. I'd argue over time, there's your answer, flagship boxes are still worth closer to $75. Not every release has Makar level talent rookies, but we have to assign a rookie in every product Makar level prices hypes on release as someone to chase and to justify a higher box cost. Great hobby prospects over the years have included Alex Lafreniere, Matty Beniers, Elias Pettersson, Capo Caco, Kirby Dack. Wow, we're kind of reaching on that one. And more. Did Bedard really need $300 boxes? My example for box prices influencing card value for this year is Snuggerud. His Young Guns was going anywhere from $45 to $75 at release, and now is $10. The market doesn't reflect his production as a player, and I don't believe his hobby market shrunk. He's still on the same hobby price tier in comparison to the other hobby classmates for the next new release. I would bet if the box was $75, his card would have been more accurate $10 on release. But the $140 box inflates the initial price until more product comes out and the card settles at its real value. Thanks for entertaining my thoughts. I'll go last because my mouth is dry and I'm parched. Josh, what do you think?
probably 60 to 70% of people opening boxes are looking for the ROI. You know, whatever your definition of more like true collector, people that aren't looking to resell anything is getting smaller by the day, it seems like.
Yeah. When I say long gone are the days of the McCarr the $400 card and a $75 box, that comes with waves, right? Like, so right now we're in a wave where that is possible, kind of, sort of, right? When that McCarr hit hundreds of dollars, and a card shop wanted to reorder the cases of that card, they ordered them higher and higher and higher. So that it depends when we're having the conversation. That's without getting too much into the spider web there. Yes, I do say that long gone are those days. But when a box first comes out, and if it's a regular price, look at Matthew Schaefer. If those boxes came out at $200 and Matthew Schaefer's card's going at $1,000, well, then I'm wrong, right? Long gone are the days of blah, blah, blah. Wait a month. Wait 1 month. Those $200 boxes are going to be $500 from the exact same store. And then my statement makes sense. It's all timing, right? But I hear what you're saying. I hope you hear what I'm saying too. Do we want to keep going?
No, I like what you said there.
Perfect. Thank you, Louis. Next question. Last question. Best question. Better be Barrick. What was it that first got you into the hobby? Oh, it is a good question. For me, it was going to the corner store opening packs of 85, 86 O-Pee-Chee with my dad. Stale gum never tasted so good. I love it, Mr. Christian. Louis, what do you think?
I absolutely love having the bike to the store, like actually pedal it with no electrical assistance or anything.
Old school, kicking it old school.
And, you know, at that time, I probably could get 1 or 2 packs because I'd have 50 or 75 cents on me. And then hauling butt back over to my buddy's place and ripping them and start trying to trade for what I want.
Nice. Josh, any memories?
Yeah, very similar. Like going to the local gas station, corner store, and I bought tons of 1990 Pros. I still have a 5,000 count box with all of them in it. I mean, they're in terrible condition, but I'll never throw that away.
David?
Yeah, I mean, 1987, Topps baseball with the wood border. I mean, that.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking, baby.
That's what started it for me. I love that set. My dad bought me a couple of boxes. I opened one, and I saved one as an investment that never invested. And 35 years later, I opened it just for the nostalgic
You still have
purposes.
the stature case. You have the stature case. Don't forget to dig that up, when you sell the house.
I still have it, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, that, you know, and then I had not a buddy. It was more of one of my older brother's friends who owned like one of those, booths in the middle of the mall, where they normally sell sunglasses and iPhones and crap like that, a kiosk. And he had a card shop kiosk in the mall, and he would have me come for a couple hours after school every day. And I would just pretend like I was shopping, but I was watching for shoplifters. And then he would pay me in
packs.
Floor
walker, they call them floor walkers.
Yeah. And so then he would pay me in packs, and it was fun. So
that's your little narc. Good to know.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I actually chased someone down and dove on them. It was awesome.
Oh my God. You're one of those guys. Oh my God. What got me into hockey? I grew up in Montreal, and my dad drove a taxi, LaSalle taxi, and I talked a lot, and he shut me up by buying hockey cards, and it's all she wrote. Yeah, it's all she wrote. I have great memories of being in a Crown Victoria for 5 years in the front seat, just opening up cards. Okay, that's it. That's
all
it.
Right.
Back to you, Josh. Yep.
Personal pickups, Phil.
Nothing.
Dave.
Loser.
Yeah, I know.
Dave will make up for you.
Yeah, I have a few. This is still part of what I received from Carter, my shipment. So
sweet.
I didn't use all of them. I'll save some for another one. Okay.
Good job.
24-25 stature. We got the orange patch auto out of 15 of Brian Trottier. So
I already showed these cards.
I showed them on Friday night.
Oh God,
Phil, this is a different show.
Third time.
Right. You get to see him again.
Second time.
Third.
That's an amazing card. You can show that card every time if you want.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
Thank you, Josh, my true friend.
Oh
Yeah.
And then the next one is also a Brian Trottier card.
Oh crap!
This
But it's out of 10.
is the blue. Yeah, that's okay. This is the blue version stature patch auto out of 10, not 15, but 10. It's 5 of 10, so that equals 15. There you go, Louis.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Thanks.
So there's also a out of 5, out of 3, and a 101. So I'm looking for those. I know who has the 101, but they're asking for a ridiculous price, so I'm not buying it. But it would be fun to complete the rainbow because it's just a cool set. And then I don't remember what else I sent you.
All right, here you go.
Oh, Luke Robitaille. I don't have any 11-12 the cup. So this is the signature patches out of 75.
Overrated.
I purely bought this off the patch. I mean, the patch is amazing.
I find signature patches the weakest design out of all cup cards.
Maybe.
Every year, it's such a for the best set of hockey. Every year of signature patches. I mean, maybe there's one or two outliers.
Is it the window? You don't like
they're
the
just
size
boring.
of the patch?
There's
window?
no effort. There's no effort.
I like this card design. I like the blue, the light blue, the baby blue.
Why don't you buy it then?
I did
There
buy
we go.
it.
We're
So
fine.
obviously I like the card. And then I think I sent you one more.
Sure did.
What did I send you? Oh, well, this card's awesome.
that's a beauty. That's the best card there.
Yeah. So this is from SP Signature Edition Legends. This is the gold all-time Future Watch auto out of 10. Bookend. You know, I know Phil likes that. 10 out of 10
Okay.
of Brian Trottier.
Little disappointing
It's,
he doesn't have the stash, eh? Like it's disappointing. I mean,
he was a
I'm
baby.
not mad. I'm disappointed.
The good news is because he doesn't have a stash, I didn't have to fight you for the card.
Correct.
Like,
I will not be
did
going
help.
after these cards. Yes.
So I was not planning on buying this card at all. The only gold I was planning on buying, which I bought, was the Luke Robitaille version. And that was it. And then this one came up. I was just watching it. I noticed it was just not getting a lot of activity. And I got it for basically the same price as I picked up his out of 99 copy. So why not?
Crazy.
So
I would have bought it then. Yeah.
yeah, it was very good deal. So very happy to pick
Well,
it
how
up.
much was it? $1,000? No, 200.
No, it was like 250.
That's insane.
I know. That's why I bought it.
All right.
So you want a pro tip, Dave?
Yes.
Just the tip.
We had OG Troy hanging out with us last night at breaks, and we were talking about how much cards have gone up in the last few years. He's like, "Oh yeah, I haven't looked at my cards in so long." You know, he has the Bossy out of 10.
Really?
Oh, he does.
You probably paid like $100 for it or something.
I think he paid more, but
Okay.
yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
Oh, that set, like I hit an Eric Lindros auto out of 99. Or is it 49? I don't remember. I sold it on eBay like 2 days after the release for $1,000. And and it's still about $1,000. So some players are still the same price.
I think what happened is they sold for really, you know how it is. Prices are really high the very first couple of sales, and then it dipped, and then it's gone back up. And so now it's going up or surpassing.
Yeah.
I was looking at the Gordie Howe. The Gordie Howe has a gold auto. It's a sticker auto out of 25. Those ones, when they very first sold for like $1,000. Now they're like, you know, well, one hasn't sold for a very long time, like a few years, but the last sale was over $2,000. So
Wow.
And there's some for sale. There's one at like 3,500 and one at like 500 or 5,000.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you got this Trottier regardless.
Me too.
All right.
Louis.
I finally, after waiting forever,
Nice.
got my Jimmy Snuggerud 25-26 SP Game Used NHL Masters out of 21 jersey numbered with 4 awesome patches.
It's a great
And
card.
thank God no auto.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bugging me.
Those cards are really sick. I love the design of
Yeah,
it.
very nice.
This one was great, but it took forever. You guys, I pulled this up here quick because this is crazy. I know we've all had these issues, but it left Quebec. Finally got to Pittsburgh, New York, or Plattsburgh, New York, Syracuse, Buffalo, went to Ohio, Illinois, a couple other places in Ohio, went back to Illinois, came here to Minnesota, then left again and went back to Illinois, Then came back to Minnesota, went to New Orleans, went to Mississippi, Missouri, Illinois, back to Minnesota, and I finally got it.
That's insane.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Oh my gosh!
I wonder why everything's so expensive these days.
Very, very well traveled card.
Very well traveled.
Yeah, it's
No
top
kidding.
I think I probably overpaid for it, but it's
What'd you
the only
pay?
one. I paid almost $100 for it, but that's because it had, it had the four
colors.
That's the best
Yeah, it
one I
has
saw.
the
So
best
Great
patch.
card, worth every penny. Worth every penny.
for sure.
Yeah. Good job, buddy.
Joshua.
I had one card. It's a
Nice.
2001 Pacific Heads Up Mario Lemieux. It's a silver parallel, numbered out of 27. Really, really like it. It's
Nice
very
card, man.
kaleidoscopy.
Great cards, boys. Everyone's got great cards today.
Yeah. Except you.
Oh, I have lots of cards. I just
I know.
didn't send them.
Okay. Good show. Good job by you. Phil, you have fun?
Yeah, great time.
Good.
Philip.
Philip. If you like the episode, please leave a rating review on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast app you listen to us on. If you love the show, you want to support us, want to chat with us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow Discord server, please consider a $5 a month donation. Join our $999 support level tier on Patreon. Link is in the show description, our Instagram profile, TikTok, Twitter as well. Whatever. You can search for us on the Hockey Cards Gongshow website or on Patreon's website. Follow us on social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. And boys, the Hockey Cards Gongshow podcast is a production of Dollarbox Ventures LLC. Have an awesome start to your week. And yeah, Babalua, take us out.
Bye.
It's the Gongshow, we're dropping the facts. Hockey cards on fire, no holding us back. Josh looking sharp, the face of the scene. Feeling pork chop pants, rocking it clean. Baba Louie in the booth, he's the man with the plan. The best producer in all the land. Gongshow Nation, let's hit the flow. It's the Hockey Cards Gongshow, let's go, let's go. Wanna say the minute show. So
I got a little package.
Oh, God.